Wait, I gotta go make my intro. I gotta get to my intro spot. Move it. I tried to warn you. All right, good luck. All right, I hope y'all enjoyed that little pre-intro kind of thing. I don't know why I called it a pre-intro. It's an intro. Little intro clip. You know, some was hoping to be a little comical. I don't know. Maybe I'll throw some sound effects on it. We'll see. Future me, you decide. Flip a coin. Anyway, it's been a while since I made a VOIN video. If you've watched my prior VOIN videos back then, look, things are different now. I got better tech. We doing things a little bit upgraded. Okay, all right. I came up a little bit. It's a little bit though. Anyway, but yeah, so let's just get straight into the build because who cares, right? Anyway, yeah, so I'm sure you want to know everything going on with the build, but instead of like doing that, I'm gonna do what I used to do just one more time. Roll the clips of me being absolutely badass with this build because damn, it's something else. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little demonstration of the power. Well, the new power of lightning, because okay. Hope that went over well. Let me see. That looks fine. All right. Let's get into the actual game. Okay. Trying to test something. Trying to test a feature. I'm experimenting with stuff. New stuff. Or not new. Maybe it's not new features, but features that are new to me. And I wanted to see if I can try to get that to work on both streams at the same time. It worked, but the sound was doubling, and that was yeah, it's a big no-no. I don't like when the sound doubles. I don't know why it does that, or I did that. It doesn't usually do that. So yeah, that was strange. But all things considered, future noted. We'll work on that as time goes on. Everything's always a work in progress. Always, always, always. All right, so And words, it's a VOIN stream. I'm playing VOIN. Yeah. I'm gonna be grinding, putting some builds together. I already got one that I want to work on. I'm gonna be getting rid of the triple meter build, the triple rage build. It's gonna have to go, unfortunately, in favor of a psychic build. Now, I'm not exactly sure what I want to do with this psychic build, what weapon I want to lead with. I'll be working on that this stream. We'll just see where that goes, right? Yeah, you should, as you probably should. You know, I mean, I might bring the bell ringer back. I can't remember the last time I used bell ringer. It's been a really long time. I'm sure the bell ringer is a weapon a lot of people use in the very beginning of the game. It's typically what a lot of people are drawn to immediately, or they're told about and they go use it. You know, like there's a bell ringer, there's where is it, wind razor, you know, and then what's the other one a lot of people use all the time, that in the beginning of the game people usually are drawn to that in, I think, dual iron swords people use a lot. Could be, oh shit, I almost fell. I could be wrong about that. Yeah, but either way, I might make a build regarding the bell ringer. I've actually never made a true, like, busted ass build for bell ringer, and mainly because you really couldn't take it past a certain point. I mean, obviously it could always be taken to in game back then, whatever in game was, but you know, it wasn't as juicy as all the other crazy builds that you could make, because you didn't have whatever you know we have now in this update to make a psychic build. But now something like the bell ringer can actually be brought to the true levels of insane damage that ice and fire builds, and now static, or well, lightning with static builds can be. So yeah, I'm gonna be working on that this stream. I do have another build already done, pretty much. Just you know, I'm probably gonna work on making that, recording the clips, and maybe an intro, maybe even just record the whole discussion, me breaking down that build. I could record that video this stream. That'd be pretty sick. I mean, I've done it before. Make it a little mini R&E thing. I might not do it immediately, but we'll see about that. We'll see about that. And then let me see something. Yeah. That being said, I do want to change some things around, for sure. So these are fine. Let me check something real quick. This doesn't do psychic damage, does it? Does it? No, it doesn't do psychic damage, I don't think. Yeah, no, it just, that buffs your, it gives you sharpen. Let's see. Yeah, you get sharpened for that. All right. So let's go ahead and work on that. So let's get started on working on that. Actually, might as well. So we're gonna throw on bell ringer. That's gonna be the basis for what I'm doing. And then you could tell it's been a very long time since I used this weapon. It's so default. It's so default and untouched. I'm gonna get this weapon right and taken care of. Get some levels on this shit. You know, I'm crazy, but probably gonna spend some resources fully leveling this up so I can get the most benefit out of it at plus 18 instead of plus 16. Because as you know, everything's plus 2 if it's the basis, and then you upgrade it, you get plus 18 instead of plus 16 when it's max. But that's gonna be, I'm gonna upgrade that. Definitely upgrading this so it can be the basis. You want the psychic build to be as nutty as possible. And really, there's not much else I mean, there's a Centurion. Where is it? Hold on. There's Screeching Necklace. I might make that the basis as well. Basis for this. There's really not much else I can throw onto this though. Yeah, I mean, everything else is just in their own world. So I'm at the workshop how I'm gonna make this build. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how it goes. Mm. Mm. Hold on, let me check something real quick. Yeah, okay. Just wanted to make sure that was doing all right. There we go. All right. There we go. Sorry. I had to make sure things on the streaming end was fine. I'm gonna put on some stream music while I yeah, because why not? All right. But yeah, so back to talking about the build. There's really not much I can do for a lot of different factors of this build. I can give it extra damage by going unyielding spirit with immortal hearts, because I don't really care about losing HP in a build like this. You know, you can always just throw one regen, or you know, just a lum heart, whatever, right? It really doesn't matter. Hunger heart, it doesn't matter. I can make this build however I see fit. When it comes to the heart, like a lot of this, there's just not much that can be done for this. I mean, yeah, I can use Emerald Key in this case, right? Maybe I might throw that in there. Actually, no, I will throw that in there. Actually, no, I won't. I take that back. I'm not going to be using the Emerald Key. How you doing, Melody? You're live right now? The problem is I'm live right now and I'm doing my own thing, so I'm going to gracefully decline that offer to come check out your live while I'm doing my live, because I'm live doing what I'm doing and I already have plans on my live. But go crazy, Melody. Nope, not doing it. You can't make me, Melody. I'm not doing it. Nope, not doing it. You should have did it while I wasn't live. Maybe I would have checked it out. But while I'm live and I'm already doing busy work, I'm already doing the thing, like I have a whole plan for my stream, I can't just derail my plans for you, Melody. I can't do that. We ain't doing that. Not gonna happen. And if you're trying to do a cross promotion thing, well, my channel's really not that popular, so you know, there's better ways to do cross promotion, I'm honest with you. And by popular, I mean, yeah, my channel's not popular at all, so it's not really gonna benefit you in the slightest. Definitely gonna put this on. Let's see. I might run, because I don't want to change this one. I have this set for something else, so I'll run this. I don't know. I mean, it's all damage anyway, so here's what I'll do. Which build is running that hard right now? None of my builds at the moment are running that hard, so I guess it's fine. It's just I'll just steal this one off. Actually, no, I won't do that. I refuse. I changed my mind. Because instead, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna use this heart. I'd never fucking use this. I haven't used this in a long time. So yeah, let's do that. And then let's pause music real quick. And then what am I gonna mix into this? Like, that's the problem with this build. I guess I could throw in unyielding because they desynergize well, and then I don't know, blood rupture or rapture. I don't know, man. Like, there's no real major thing I can throw in the build that would benefit it. Like, in terms of like the heart, it's not going to be benefited by any of these outside of mortal heart. Everything else is just kind of there, I guess. I mean, I guess I could just do these three just cause. I mean, why not? Chance to reduce damage. I mean, chance to not take damage, right? Some revitalization, so actual regen, and then, you know, then so actual DPS in there. That would work. That could work. I'll do that. And then let's alter that right now. Oh, I forgot about this. Haven't used a lot of these items in a long time, so they're not really upgraded. Yes. Unfortunate. So that's gonna be a downside. But I don't want to use hearts that are already in other builds right now, so it's okay. It's whatever. In my humble opinion, crit power instead of execution. Let's see. I guess crit chance could work too. Probably not, right? I don't think so. Influx for skill use, I guess. I mean, that's pretty solid. Wish I had headhunting, but I don't have headhunting. I don't know. Focus fire, I guess. Luck is fine, but doesn't really fit the build. Not really. Let's go throw in this and then go over here. Where is it? Brain, function, unyielding spirit. There it is. Toss that in there. Right? Something like that. Something like that. And I have no... I was going to throw in Emerald Key, but the problem is there's only like one enemy in the entire game and like one boss that uses psychic damage. At least that I know of. And neither of them are hard enemies to fight without a build at all. So like, at least to me personally. So this is just worthless. Like having resistance to psychic damage is like, okay, it's sure. And then like there's the 65% crit power per stack of weakened, which, you know, it could be good. You know, you can throw weaken on yourself. Like I could throw in the bloody ring just for the sake of being able to apply weaken, because obviously you can't get a heart charge back with the mortal heart on. So this that part becomes useless. I could throw in bloody ring, but I don't think it's valuable. You know, I don't think like getting that much weaken is gonna help. Because this isn't a rapid hitting weapons. We're using the bell ringer, and the bell ringer is not very fast, so it doesn't have as much value on the table. I guess like, you know, a way I could make this faster is if I were to throw in the maw as a third weapon on there. I haven't really thought about what I'm going to put inside of this. Let me think. I don't think there's any other weapon that has yeah, I don't think there's any other weapon that has any built-in psychic damage. I don't think. Let me check. I could be wrong about that. Let's find out. Let me see. I really might end up just throwing in the maw there just because no. I'm just trying to refresh my memory because I'm pretty sure there's no weapon with psychic, but I don't want to be wrong and not correct myself. That would be silly. I don't like being silly unless I purposely intend to be silly. It's very unfortunate, but it's just going to be one of those situations where you just kind of don't. I guess momentum would work. Here's an idea. How you doing, Rylan? How's it going? How's everything going? Everything going well? Let me know. Or not. You don't have to. You could, though. You could very well. You could let me know. You could. Anyway, I think I'm gonna just wrestle. You know what? That's what I'll do. And I was gonna put in the boulder inside of this, but instead I'm going to have this. Gonna put the gratitude of the restless and then the maw. That way I can actually have some survivability. It's going okay. Hey, at least it's going somewhere. You know? Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Let's go ahead, shove them in there. Oh, wait, I forgot. I have to upgrade this motherfucker. Expensive. Damn. Okay. And then go ahead and do this real quick. I hope I have enough money to actually upgrade everything from scratch. Hopefully. I like to have everything at plus 16 if I can get to that. But we'll see if I can do that in this stream. Definitely want to do suppress. Suppress is preferred for a build like this. You want as much instant damage as possible. Let's see. Hit the road, Jack. Don't come back no mo, no mo, no mo, no mo. Okay, all damage kinda sucks. It kinda sucks. Okay. Yeah, that's something I want for sure. Opportunism is gonna help. Weird question, but is it wrong for you not to press the like button or comment under comment under your post? They're mostly positive, by the way, so don't want to feel forced to. What do you mean? Is it wrong for you not to press the like button and comment under your own post? Are you saying your own post or like someone else's post? I'm confused. What's the context here? Are you talking about your post, someone else's post? Whose post? Because I don't know the context of what you're particularly asking. All right. Post it and there's comments under. Okay, so your post and there's comments on the post. Oh, don't do it. If you're just talking about Twitter or something, like, don't. Who cares? Unless it's something you actually want to press the like button or, you know, or whatever on, then sure. But otherwise, yeah, don't. Most people don't expect a response or a pin or anything in the first place, and if they do, it's usually just like the oddballs, especially on platforms like Twitter or whatever, right? It's not a big deal. Chew and swallow. I'm not gonna comment on that. Alright, and I said I was gonna put on Gratitude and Restless. This doesn't get enough shine. I'm gonna use this in this build, and I'm gonna make it incredible. Simply because the stacks you get of Empowered whenever you interact with the ghost, pretty damn good. So let's see about that. That's that done. Already down a mil, but I'm sure I can make this work. I do have to level this up though. The only problem is I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do with the other slot once I get it. I don't know what I'm gonna put on there if there's any reason to at all. Ugh. None of these really have any value to the build. Except for maybe, you know what? Actually, I take that back. Because of the maul in there, I will have access to fire damage. So I can put on Conjure Inferno. That's kind of cringe. I guess that's a problem. I don't really care for meteors in a non-fire build. You know, like they're cool and all, but feel kind of like, ah. Or they're ghosts walking through me right now. I don't like the way that feels. Saw a video I posted about VOIN builds. Yeah. Believe it or not, that is a standard thing on my channel. I do be posting about VOIN. I just haven't done it in a long time because I did everything. I posted everything I could have possibly posted about prior to this update. So yeah, I really like VOIN. I like to cover it. Let's see, crit power and not enough for psychic opportunism for sure, and suppress for that big boy damage. I want to get headhunting, but it's locked, so I can't do it on this one. So it is. It is what it is, even when it isn't. Did I pick the right one? Oh wait, I just didn't change it. I'm not sure what other ones I'm gonna even use on this build. Let me think. Let me really think about it. There's not really much to think about. It just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Just I don't really want to see I don't know, man. Like there's no value in adding anything else to this build. I barely want to use Conjure Inferno. It just happens to work out pretty well for the build. But honestly, I wanted like this is even with the new psychic damage items added to the game, it's still hard to make a dedicated psychic damage build, because there's just not enough tools to make it feel like it's a psychic damage build. It feels like psychic damage is a sideshow, even in the main thing, because just having Conjure Inferno, that's going to be a big source of damage when that occurs. Except, maybe not all the time, but sometimes, plenty of times, that it'll show up. It's like, ugh, is it really a psychic damage build if there's meteors smacking everything too? But the bell shall toll, regardless, so, it's like throwing some lightning damage. How you doing, Arrow? Yeah, the update came out yesterday. Already have there's already the Discord for the game's already buzzing, going over where stuff is, yada yada yada. And before you ask, nope, I will not be making a video for all the new hidden items until like a month later. If you want that, like I said, you can go on the Discord for that. They're already like sharing information, finding stuff. I found everything by myself, but I have no intentions on making any kind of video for it for a while. I really want people to at least try to find the stuff themselves, but if, hey, worst comes to worst, you don't care about doing that, just go to the Discord, the VOIN Discord. It has all the information you need. Everyone's still talking about where stuff is, asking those very same questions you might have right now. So yeah, but I am working on build videos. That's something I want to do. Build videos and possibly some guide videos, assuming somebody might be lost exploring the new areas in the game. But other than that, I'm not really sure what else I might do for content for this game right now. I'll see as I figure it out. I haven't played a game in a hot minute. Understandable. Me either. I've been playing a lot of other games. Obviously, it took months waiting for this update, and yeah, it's here though. It's here now. It is what it is. I'm not checking out your live, Melody. No, that's not what I do. I don't do that. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I appreciate you remembering widow old me. Okay, that's kind of cringe saying it like that, but yeah, appreciate you. Yeah, I'm just doing VOIN stuff. Doing some VOIN stuff. It's been a while since I've been able to even do some new stuff on VOIN. I might record some some clips for a video for a new build, to make a new build video live today, or might do it off stream. I don't know. We'll see if I get to that, depending on how the day goes, how everything goes. But for now, I'm starting off the stream making a new build, as even though Psychic is still kind of in the bin for options, but hey man, I'm doing what I can. I'll just throw this shit in there. It's whatever. What I've been playing, lots of different things. I'm a variety gamer by choice, regardless. So I play pretty much any genre, assuming the game is actually fun. Don't suddenly suggest a random ass FPS game. By the way, don't do that. Don't be like those. Don't be like everybody who does that, please. Listen, just because I say I play everything does not mean I'm gonna play your favorite mid-ass everybody plays this game. Okay, we're not going there. But yeah, I pretty much touch on everything. I'm playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Persona 4, quite a bit of stuff. I've played through a few indie games, Scott Pilgrim X recently, Sonic Crossroads. I'm infrequent when I play it on my channel, but Blaze Blue Entropy Effect is a roguelike indie game. I wouldn't really call it. Would you consider that an indie game? Probably not, no. But it's a roguelike. I like roguelikes a lot. Crimson Desert, that's something I've been playing a lot. Got hit 300 hours on that. I'm still not done with everything in Crimson Desert, but taking a break from it. Been playing it a lot back to back, so had to step away from that just to catch a break. We decided to do a replay of Sleeping Dogs on the channel, you know, stuff like that. I'm really all over the place. Like I'm truly all over the place. Shank 2, if you ever heard of it, I replayed that on my channel again. Yeah, stuff like that. I really do. I really just do everything. I play anything. I played Rune Factory on the channel, all sorts of stuff. Oh, nice. Like Final Fantasy. Hell yeah. I'm a big fan of the older Final Fantasy games, but they normally don't do that well. Like when I play Final Fantasy 6 on the channel, it's a fucking cricket show. And I'm not mad about it. I get it. Everybody wants to show up for old school pixel style games, but you know, I really do enjoy it. I'm at the very last stretch of Final Fantasy 6. If you know, you know. But I'm trying to get a hidden character. Well, not really a hidden character, but it's a easily missable character locked behind a bit of RNG. So it's kind of annoying, but yeah, sort of shit that I do. It's not on. I usually don't play on stream. Like I can't remember the last time I even decided to stream that game. It was always just like a snooze fest. Some people quite literally showed up to the stream to fall asleep. So I mean, it's like, damn, shit, okay. Assignment understood. I'll play it off stream then. Fuck. Anyway. Just play what you enjoy. Want to support Will. I mean, that's not really necessarily the problem. Some games do unironically put people to sleep. And Final Fantasy VI is one of those games that I've noticed has a exceptional sleep rate. And while I don't care, sometimes I will play a game that is just like straight up relaxing, and the intention is for people to fall asleep. That might be the whole purpose of a stream sometimes, right? To have, you know, if somebody wants to take a nap or watching something, do it on, you know, here's some shit for you to fall asleep to. Dedicated to that thing. But like, you know, I actually like cracking jokes and, you know, actually like enthusiastically playing through the Final Fantasy games in general. So for me, when people like show up and feel all eepy watching me play Final Fantasy 6, for example, it kind of just sucks because like I'm putting all this effort into throwing jokes around, commenting on like everything everybody's saying, talking to all the NPCs and shit, and it's like, damn, y'all motherfuckers are already on your pillow? Shit, okay, all right. I look, I get it. But damn, that was a good ass joke I just told and nobody's awake to hear it. Fuck, dude, I see how it is. I'll tell these jokes to myself then, which then starts to feel really awkward. It's like, yeah. Because, you know, I put a lot of brain power into like playing through that. Anyway, let's see, I just don't like that kind of style of Final Fantasy in games like that. Oh, you love Dragon's Dogma. Kind of hate Monster Hunter. I never really enjoyed. I always considered playing Monster Hunter, but then I remember I don't like having to grind a bunch of quests over and over and over that I did a million times just so I can actually get the materials to make the gear that I need to go on to the next set of quests, to missions or monsters, to grind them over and over and over so I can make the materials and items that I need to go on to the next thing and make the next things over and over and over. And then eventually I'm at the peak of power and I have pretty much every single build in the game available to me. But then they put out a new monster and it's like super mega ultra hard, except I'm not bad at video games. So then what's going to end up happening is I go fight it and I realize it's kind of annoying. So I barely beat it. And then it's like, wow, that wasn't hard. It's just really obnoxious. But you know what? I won anyway. Then I go grind it over and over and over and over. Then I get the materials and I make the armor out of it. And I go kill it one more time just to verify that I am now stronger than it. And its gimmicks don't hurt me anymore because I now have its armor and its gear for every set that I want to use. GG easy no re, I guess. Like, that is the gameplay loop of Monster Hunter, and if you're into it, you're into it. If you're not into it, you're just not into it. You know, like, it's not for everybody. Which is why I was really surprised when Monster Hunter Wilds actually blew up the way it did, but I'm also not surprised that, you know, people don't want to play it anymore. And, yeah. That's how people are. They do what they want. Yeah, for sure. It's not even the grind. It's literally just the kind of corny characters in the art style, which you find similar to Final Fantasy, which you don't like either. Understandable. It is what it is. Each their own. To each their own. Okay. It's getting a bit expensive. Did I set the yeah, I did set the opportunism. Did I set opportunism here? I don't have opportunity. I do not have it. Oh my gosh, I got unlucky with that one. I'm gonna have to do a run or whatever to get these leveled up so I can actually get more options on these, because I don't like the limited options that they have. So with these, I think I should have enough to get both of these from scratch to maxed out. I'll see. I mean, it probably would be smart to get an Icar discount, so let me do that real quick on both of these, because if I get the Icar discount, then it won't be as expensive, and I might be able to afford both, maxing out both of these from scratch, because the price for upgrading things has increased significantly, but you no longer have to do with RNG, so it makes up for it, but you still need to have the money. Fang is probably playing VOIN right now, or at work, one of the two, knowing him. Probably playing VOIN. He was just as excited as I was for the update, so you know, I wouldn't be surprised if that's what he's doing right now. I'll upgrade it till it's expensive, and then well, actually, oh, I already have the maxed out discount because I did all the things. Whatever. Doesn't get cheaper than this then. Alright. Surely this won't be too expensive, right? 48,000, not the worst. 80,000, still not bad. 120,000, yeah. 200,000. Ah. Alright. Yeah, that's my money going. You know it. You know it. Yup. Alright. Now let's what I didn't consider what I was gonna do for the rings, actually. I just have an idea of what I want to do with the rings. I need to go level this up. I need to go level this up. That's what I need to do. I don't have any static application, so no. I don't want no scrubs. Scrub is a guy who can't get no static from me. Anyway, why is it whenever I stream, I get a bunch of notifications? Fuck out of here. I guarantee it's a bunch of stupid shit. By notifications, I mean stuff on my phone specifically, not my computer. That'd be weird. That would suck. Give me 1 second. I'm checking to see if there was anything important amongst all of this shit. No. 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 Alright. Nope, nobody did anything important. Nothing important that I care about, at least. No fruits. Yeah, I already knew that. Okay, that's enough of that. Just enough phone checking. I'm so old school. What's old school about not wanting to check my phone when I'm doing something else? I just feel like it's annoying to have to split my attention to something that's probably going to be irrelevant. Because 9 times out of 10, a lot of people would probably agree with me. It's just a bunch of useless ass notifications like, oh, there's this, that, oh, there's this. And someone texts you asking you how what you doing, and then when you answer nothing or whatever, and they're like, oh, okay, and then they don't respond for the next 6 hours, and they hit you with the what you doing, or just ask you a dumb question, or ask you a bizarre favor, and you're just like, no, yeah, no, I'm good on that one, chief. You got it. You know, it's just a lot of useless interactions and things to stare at on your phone screen, and you're just like, it's like a lot of people, I'm sure they get this feeling all the time. I'm gonna voice it right now. Why the fuck do I even check these sometimes, bro? What damn. And then Fast forward a few seconds and then you forget that feeling because you go back to scrolling or whatever the fuck you were doing. Except I don't do the scrolling part because I like to put my phone away if I'm not directly using it to watch a video or read something. And then, yeah, so for me, I just get stuck with the feeling of, what the fuck did I check my notifications for, man? There wasn't anything good. That wasn't even that was just it was a waste of a conversation. Motherfucker wanted to say hi. I don't care. You could have called me or something. Get off of my text messages, bro. Get out of here. You know, like there was a waste of, and then they took forever to respond anyway, so I just sat there waiting for them to respond for the next 10 minutes just so they can have nothing to say to begin with. It's like, that's not a fun feeling. No one could ever convince me that it's fun to get stuck waiting for somebody to respond to you and not have anything to say when they started the fucking conversation, and you're like, damn, so I spent my time staring at my phone screen waiting for you. And I could have just went back to what I was doing. You took time and mental energy away from me. And you have no shame. I'll never do that to people. How you doing, Emirate? I'm assuming I'm saying that right. Emirate? Let me know if I'm saying that right. Appreciate that though. How you doing? But anyway, let me pick something. I don't know what I'm gonna use. I'm not sure. I mean, weak link is just nice for crit damage. It's kind of a foregone conclusion, I guess. And then Thunder Dash. It really doesn't matter. Like, this build might be the most build I've made in a long time, simply because there's no reason for it to exist other than I was bored. Because it just, even now after this update, there's still not enough psychic options to really make a psychic build. You know, you can't really go all in on it. Like, now you can make a crazy psychic damage setup, but it's not a psychic build. This is like bits and pieces of what could be a full, like, it's like I'm getting the important car parts, but I still don't have the car. Bitch, I have the doors. They're really nice car doors. You know, like, that's very important for a car. I got the engine. Shit, I got the tires. I don't have the car body, and I don't have any seats. Shit's crazy. How you doing, Musta? You know, you were on the shorts live. Yeah, I have two different streams. One for the shorts, one for full. Welcome to the full one. Yeah, that's where you're seeing the other chat from. I have two chats combined into one that shows up on the stream. So yeah. If you pay attention, you can intermingle. Chats can intermingle with each other. Not you, but if people pay attention to the chat that pops up on the screen, they could talk with each other while being on different separate streams. And some, you know, it's pretty funny when people do that. Anyway, at least to me. But yeah, let's upgrade this bad boy. Tired as hell? It do be like that. Did you get any sleep? My big head missed your comment. Oh, let me, oh, you're right. I didn't see that. Why do more people pull up in a short stream? Because of algorithm. The algorithm likes shorts. And so that's why I also have a short stream to begin with, so I can, you know, cast a net for the people who are scrolling, and then they, boom, come across my shit while they're scrolling shorts. And then, you know, if they stick around, they stick around. Especially if they get, you know, if they enjoy the whatever's going on, and then they discover eventually, oh wait, he has a normal stream I can press on instead. Yeah, you don't have to watch me while being a doom scroller. You don't. But just in case, I made sure the scroll. That's why why do you think I make the short stream so ADHD friendly? That shit is all twinkly. You got all the you got the skyline. Not the skyline, what do you call it? The space, the view of like the sky. I don't know what you would call it. Like the stars in the sky twinkling. And that's not, that's like a regular PNG, by the way. It's a very interesting effect that I put on there. It's not even an effect. It's just moving very slowly. So it looks really twinkly when it's actually just a still image. But hey, you know, you learn the tools of the trade, you take advantage of those tools. You swing a hammer. Anyway, It was a public holiday for you today? Nice. You want to talk about it? Because I'm not sure what holiday that is. What's going on? Tyler's in Ryland. Nothing's going on except for whatever's going on. Feel free to decipher that if you want to. How you doing, Sakith? I would try to pronounce the whole thing, but I think I'm gonna ruin it. So I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna say, can I call you? Can I call you Keth? I think. You okay with Keth? I think Keth is a pretty good shortcut here. How you doing? How you doing? Keth Gaming. Yeah, that works. We'll go with that for now. If you don't like it, let me know. Let me know. We can alter that. We can get that. We can get a different name going. Nickname if you want. Whatever nickname of your choice. But yeah. Well, there it is. I got 2 people in South Africa. Well, wouldn't you know it? I actually shouldn't, and Moose has talked about this before, so I actually should have considered that you would, when you said a holiday today, that makes sense, because he told me about that, so I should have connected those dots, but I didn't. But anyway. Crazy how that works. Now let's, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this build, I don't really know what I'm gonna do with this build, so let's just get the weekend. Yeah, the weekend. Purist, not that bad, but I think, let me see. Chaotic caution could be fine here, except I don't care for that. Wait, maybe weekend could work? Let me think for a second. Hold on. I don't have anything that applies weak. Psychic damage doesn't apply weaken. Do I have any powers that do? No, the hammer does not come with powers that apply weaken, which sucks because there are actually skills in the game that do weaken enemies, but in this case I don't have that value for the hammer, the bell ringer. That's unfortunate. So in this case, instead, I guess I'll motherfucking I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. This is I'll just do force overcharge, and then what's the one for cooldowns? Yeah, cooldowns for skill spam, I guess. I don't fucking know, dude. This build is really all over the place. I wish it wasn't, but it just is. What you mean ain't no way? There's no way you're about to tell me y'all live in the same place. There's no way y'all live in the same place, right? There's no way. What a crazy coincidence. What an insane coincidence, yeah? Wow. Well, that's insane. Oh my goodness. That's really cool. That's really cool. See, in moments like these while I'm streaming, like seeing that happen, like it's just like that's so dope. It's so dope, you know? Oh shit, what was that? Like this just reminds you, like the internet can be really shitty, but sometimes moments like these happen and you're just like, yeah, that's sick. Hell yeah. Shout out to Cape Town. Ooh. Okay. And studying all day. How you doing, Res Collie? I say Res, I mean Reese Collie. How you doing, Reese? Why did I even say the full thing like that? You've been here before. I don't have to be all formal. How you doing, Reese? Hmm. Uh. Organize a whole youth day for a neighborhood. Hmm. Hmm. Speaking of which, how did the youth day even end up going, guys? Like, tell me about that. Did it go well? Everything went Gucci? My day is going pretty good, Reese. Going pretty damn good. New update for a game I like to play. You know, just a solid day, no bullshit. At some point I might go take a quick commercial break to get some coffee, but we'll see about that. I'm currently experimenting with a build to make a video on, so I'm seeing if this is a nice build worth using. Feels like it so far. Mm. 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 This is pretty good. This is pretty good. You know what? I might need to fight a boss with this. I might need to fight a boss with this. Just to see, like, how does it hold up in a boss fight? You didn't sleep well at all last night? Rest. So it's a lot of rest and chill, but it's all good. At least you get some work done on the script. Nice. It's always nice to get some work done. Fulfill that sense of productivity. Now, where is the fast travel point so I can fast travel? I gotta get out of here, leave the rabble, so I can kill things stronger. A boss fight is gonna prove things real. If this build can last longer. I was trying to come up with words to rhyme, but I stuttered and I froze, so y'all heard the time I was silent for like 2 seconds and it was really lame. I'm gonna stop freestyling. God dang, I'm not good at this, so I'm not gonna do it. There's a fast travel point there. I knew it. Get right here and get right there. Go back to the door so I can get to the boss. I swear I would fight the other dude, but I'm not gonna lie. I want to fight the puppet lady first, because she's already in the verse. Open that door. I gotta go rehearse. Ooh. Ooh. There we go. Oh, let me reach out real quick. Got lost in my whack ass freestyle. Do I have all the new items already? Yes, I do. I do in fact have all the items. You can go on VOIN's Discord if you want to get all the items, because everybody's like info sharing what they found, and there's a whole wiki section in there. But other than that, I don't plan on making any videos for items and where they're located right now for like a month, because if you're not willing to go to the Discord, then you better be willing to try to find them, because I sure as hell found them all my lonesome. So I know it's possible. They're not like in some obscure stupid spot. So like, you can find the shit if you're willing to try. But if you're not willing to try, don't rely on me for now. Go to the Discord. I'm just letting you know on that right now before anybody asks. Either give it, actually try, or don't. I'm not your mother, you know. But don't expect me to do it for you right now, because I at least want people to at least, you know, maybe go on YouTube, try to look for an item video, not find it, and then like go back to the game and then go put in the damn effort to try. Because Saz did a damn good job on this update, bro. Like he did a really good job doing this update. Solo dev, man. Like he needs more credit, and part of giving him, like, making sure he gets that credit on my part as the sole content creator on this game, is that I don't make the videos that spoil the gameplay. as much as possible. Build videos are fine. People are gonna copy builds or make their own builds or end up making similar builds in the first place. It's fine. But like the moment I make a bunch of guides that just cut out the hard work, you don't enjoy the game as much because you just looked up a fucking video to do it. And obviously past a certain point in time when an update's been out, sure, it's okay to put those out because it's been out long enough. Most people who are gonna do it are already did it. But like when the update first comes out, I'm not willing to give people the answers. They got to go get your answers from somewhere else. Like I want people to try at least to enjoy this damn game. It's so good. You don't get a game like this too often. And like a lot of people are gonna use guides, like in a lot of games that come out, a lot of people use guides to just play through the game as easily as possible. But that takes away from a portion of the game that could have been really fun for you to have because you can't fuck up because you're using a guide, you know what I mean? And making mistakes and correcting those mistakes can be extremely exciting for a game. So yeah, I at least don't want to contribute to that too early. So any guides for the new update are going to be probably something minor. Like if I make a guide this month, it might be like, oh, here's how to find this one super obscure thing and doing this one side objective that's new to the game because everybody's fucking colorblind or blind and can't find shit. I'll make a video for something like that. But like finding ichor lumps, I might make a video on that because a lot of people are struggling to spot them, but I can spot them. I already did all them. So I might do that. But when it comes to various aspects, I'm not trying to ruin the game for people. Even if they don't think it's ruining the game, you're not enjoying the game as much as you absolutely could if you just gave some damn effort. This game's too good to just walk through the entire thing and then be wondering, damn, I didn't really have that much fun. It was a cool game and all, but, I didn't really enjoy it as much. Motherfucker, you literally used a guide for every single aspect the game had to offer. What did you expect? Why do you think there's a reason people are so enamored with this game, myself included? Like, it's so good, but like, playing through a guide 100% does fuck up the experience of anything you do. It's like having someone try to teach you how to fucking ride a bike, but instead of eventually letting go and letting you try to learn how to balance yourself, they just they're holding onto your shoulders. Anytime you wobble, they grab your full body, they pick you up by the hips and like, you good, bro? You okay? Okay, let's try that again. And then every time you try to try something to give yourself a chance to learn it, they say, hey, don't do that. It might be dangerous. You might fall and hurt yourself. And eventually that's what's happening. You're neutering your experience. You're not getting the chance to ride the fucking bicycle because you're basically giving yourself a glorified tutorial that doesn't end until you finish the fucking game. The hell? Why would you do that to yourself? Anyway. Let me catch up on chat real quick. Y'all know how I get when I rant. I be ranting my ass off. You dating is for amateurs. What the fuck? I'm testing a new sickle crit build right now. That's awesome, bro. It's awesome. Enjoy that shit. Biggest regret in gaming was looking up at weapon locations in Elden Ring when you first played. It's like it's very easy to regret it because some of those times, like some things you find on your own and you're like, oh, that was such a sick experience. Like, I didn't think that fight would be there, and or something like that. Versus watching it through a video that advises you, watch out, the weapon you're looking for is here, but there will be a boss fight. But in case you won't get there and you want to get this is how you beat the boss fight. Go left, go right, hit him with this, and then you don't even get to enjoy the boss fight and earn your reward. You just get the weapon after getting told how to do the thing. It's not cool. Anyway, let me read chat real quick. Go back to reading chat. Nice. How you doing, Argent? Did I say Argent? I'm gonna call you Ryan. I'm gonna call you Rand. How you doing, Rand? Nice to meet you. See you live again. Want to thank you for the guides. I got lost in hours without finding them. Oh yeah, no problem. See, guides for confusing things or annoying things, I don't mind making that. But guides for things that are oh yeah, you could have just found that yourself if you just gave 2 fucks at all. That's where I'm like, look, that game has to be super old and no one has done it for me to even decide to do it. Because at that point, I'm robbing someone of the chance to fucking try when they could just look up the answer. Even though they're going to get answers somewhere else anyway. But with VOIN, it was a rare opportunity where there was a information void, and it still is. I'm kind of like outside the Discord, I'm the only channel that has any information. You can't like if you Google guides for this game, I'm one of the first results to pop up on Google. There's no wiki that you can use. The wikis are broken. So yeah, it's crazy. Like, and while I'm in that position, I will try. I wouldn't call it policing people's experience, but if there's someone who's like willing to just play this game 100% guided, you got to work harder than just a basic Google search. You're gonna have to find your way to the Discord, ask a bunch of questions, find out there's a wiki chat section. Like, you're gonna have to put in some damn effort if you want to like bullshit your way through this game. If I have a say in it, and since I do, fuck you, not you guys, but you get it. Anyway, you're concerned about them is entirely legitimate, though. In my opinion, if you're playing a video on the game, as long as you play the game, and then that's one thing, it's background noise, but you generally agree, yeah. Pevinson's phone number, one again? What? I'm assuming that's a typo. Did you mean to type that shit? I can also say that you were fine to watch a video of the game. You know for a fact you will never play. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I watch plenty of gameplays of games that I'm never gonna actually play, or that I'm unsure if I even care enough about to consider playing. It happens all the time. I mean, especially if I know, like I knew from the moment I saw a trailer of the game, like I don't care about that game, but I am interested in certain aspects of it. I don't want to buy it. I don't want to play it, but I do want to see this part of the game. Let me see if I can find some footage on that, right? I'll look something up like that. Or like if I want to see a funny speed run of a game I don't care to play. Like, because speed runs can be really entertaining, even if you don't play the game. Which is why they're a popular format on YouTube if you're willing to, learn how to speed run like a game. Exactly why I stopped. We got to the first little bit. Chat, yeah, the chat is called Chaos Crew, by the way. All right. What was I gonna do? I got so caught up talking about that, man. I love ranting. I think I was going to here. No, I was going here. Yes. All right, it's time to get a quick boss test. The build is as complete as it can be with whatever is in the game right now. So honestly, this is not, I wouldn't even call this a build. This is like Bob the Builder bringing like a hammer, a nail, and a drill. Like that he didn't even bring the fucking screws. So really, this is just gonna be it's gonna be a very incomplete job. And the reason is the game doesn't have enough psychic items that you can actually make a psychic build. Like, you can't make a full psychic build. You can make a full lightning build. You can make a full poison build, but you can't make a full psychic build. It's just not possible right now. You can bring the tools, but don't expect to get the job. But you can still get the job done. Bars. Let me catch back up on chat. One thing's for sure, you're playing that new Castlevania game. Oh yeah. Rylan, I already told you you have short-term memory or something, because I literally told you, yes, that game's on my wish list. I want to play that shit. It looks fire. It looks like a genuinely fun game that I'm gonna be interested in playing. I think most people, when they have a game they're interested in, they first go blind, and then on the second or so they search for it and start looking for guides and stuff. Yeah. Me personally, I'm so against. I wouldn't say I'm against looking up guides, but like I'm so annoyed when it comes to having to look up a guide. Like, that is my truly final option. Like, even I'm more likely to quit a game if I hit like a hard wall where it's like, it feels like for whatever reason, I genuinely, honest to God, the developer decided that the only way to get past this point is to have some sort of external information, and that usually comes in the form of a guide or looking up their dev posts or whatever to know how to get past a certain point. And if you make that a way to progress the main story, I'm quitting the game, because I don't want to look shit up. I want to learn everything in the game at that, like, in my play session. That's where I want to do the things, not outside the fucking play session. And if it's like some optional shit, I had to love that game a lot. Like, that has to be one of my favorite games for me to decide, okay, this game has captured my heart and soul. I will look up that thing to get the optional stuff that requires a fucking matrix guide to figure out how to understand, right? Like, some bullshit like that. But if it's a game I don't like it like that, if it's not like my absolute like new favorite game, and I have to look some shit up to unlock some optional cool stuff, I'll just say fuck it. I don't want your cool shit. I don't want it. I don't even care anymore. You got it, bruh. You got it. Like, you should have made that shit accessible to somebody who's willing to try and learn the game. Instead, you made some obscure fucking Rubik's Cube out of, and it's a fucking platforming action combat game. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, stop. Like, the moment that happens, I'm not getting the optional shit. I'll just play through the game. I'll do whatever I can do with my own brain, and then after that, I'm just done with the game. Like that's the sort of thing that'll make me not like a game in general. Like, the moment I have to look shit up at all, which is why I like VOIN. You don't have to look up anything in VOIN. Everything is it's discoverable through your own play session, your own understanding. Even if you have a misunderstanding of certain features and abilities, like for example, there's a lot of people who misunderstand how whatchamacallit. Let me see. Let me find the stats effect. There is who misunderstand how weakened works. There's plenty of people who don't fully get it. The game can tell you how to do it. How it works. How it works entirely. Do people actually care to learn? No, not really. But does it matter if they care to learn? No, it doesn't. Because if you played VOIN before, then you can get through this game being the most clueless individual ever. Sure, some points might feel a bit harder to progress than others if you're completely clueless, but you can, like, if we're talking about just fighting bosses and like actually overcoming the challenge of killing things, you can unga bunga this game and just like, oh shit, that was dope. Look at all this damage I did. And without ever understanding any of the mechanics or systems, maybe at best you read something once and you're like, I like that weapon. It's the only weapon I'm going to use. You still get through the game just fine. That's the thing about a good game. You don't need to know everything. You don't need to be a fucking expert. You don't need to be a legend. You don't need a guide. Everything is all capable to be able to be done within the experience in of itself. So that way you leave the session satisfied. You don't leave the session annoyed like, I guess I'll Google it next time, but I don't have time. I got to go to work right now. Or you're not thinking that. You're thinking, damn, that was fun. I can't wait to come back and play it again. Maybe I might do another save or something. It just makes sense. A good game would make you want more, not regret not knowing something. Oh man, I wish I knew that ahead of time. That would have saved me 6 hours. Is not a fun feeling. Even if people go back to that game the same day or the next day, it's still not a fun feeling to feel like, damn, I wish I knew that information that could have saved me literally 10 hours of gameplay of stress and struggle. And there was no real way to learn it. My friend just randomly told me that in a Discord call. And I was like, wait, what? Like that sort of moment in gaming sucks. And a lot of games commit that grave sin. And it's annoying as fuck because it's like, why doesn't the game just tell you these things somewhere? Then you can at least blame the player for not reading or not paying attention. When it's on the player, it's on the player. But when it's on the developer for having obscure ass information, like there's no one else to blame. The developer should have made that information learnable somehow or like visible, obvious somewhere. Let me read chat real quick. Y'all know how I get when I rant. Also just want to say, wait, what? Wait, hold on. What did I just read? Yahoo got an update? Yahoo got an update? That's such an old thing, and I just wasn't expecting that. Yahoo was a thing when I was a child, man. It's crazy. It's insane to hear that got an update. Anyway. You've been in chat for 30 minutes and you're it happens. Y'all funny, bro. Y'all, the Chaos Crew is hilarious. Anyway, it's legit. VOIN is awesome. Did run through maps about 50 times and I didn't count it. And found some weapons by checking the guides. Yeah, it is what it is. It's like at some point when you get to your wit's ends, it makes sense to just look something up. Like it really does. Like I have actually engaged in looking up information for certain mechanics. Like for the longest time, I didn't know what pressure is. Like when you look at pressure, when you're upgrading stuff, I didn't know what the fuck is a pressure system, and nobody else in the Discord knew except for a handful of people, and they barely told anybody. And to be fair, it's not really an important mechanic right now, at least, but it's like a mechanic that's there for the future or some shit, and it just doesn't really have any real impact on upgrading or anything. It never did. So it's like, Or maybe it did. I don't know. But it's one of those things where it's like, you know, like at some point I will look up some things. Like I want to know obscure information. Like what the hell is pressure? What is that? Why is that? Why does that seem like it's relevant? But it hasn't affected anything I do. You know. But like that's really the times where I look something up, where it's like, okay, I've checked every corner. This has to be in like a glitch spot or something. And it turns out something was glitched out. Like an immediate example was that happened when this update came out was the chimerical key. I wasn't able to grab it, and I was wondering, did I do something wrong? Did I break the game? And I just immediately just went to bug report it in the Discord, and apparently it got hot fixed damn near like 30 minutes after I made that post. Shout out to Sauce, by the way. Goat dev, bro. Absolutely. Anyway, so it's like that's one of the few times where it's like reaching out and like looking for information to find out, is anybody else like having this issue? Did it break for anybody else? Because it absolutely broke for me, and it wouldn't respawn after I tried to fix it, and I still didn't have the item. So like, yeah, you know, I had like that's one of those times where like, oh yeah, absolutely, I'm gonna go look that shit up, see if everyone else is struggling with that, and bug report that shit. I want that. I want the fucking key. Damn it, I want the key. But yeah. It's just at some point you wonder if you missed something. Absolutely. That is a standard feeling. Especially when the game had a bunch of placeholders in the last update, in the last version of the game. Like there was a bunch of placeholders, and some people, you know, it was harder to tell what was what, even knowing like some, like the placeholders look like something else. It's like a copy paste blacked out version of something else, because then there was some random items that actually had their own silhouette while also being blacked out, but they were just placeholders. So it created a situation where it's like it was actually somewhat hard to even know if you had every item. So looking it up was the most viable choice to just know, like, I gave it my all. Did I get everything, or are these placeholders? Are these all just placeholders left over, or am I stupid? Like, what's going on here? You know, like that's a good moment. I mean, that's just like a good example of when it makes sense to look shit up. Anyway, now let's fight this boss real quick. I'm not gonna read chat so I can lock in real quick, because this build doesn't have as good regen as my other builds do. So I do have to make sure there we go. Make sure I don't get obliterated. Okay, so this build is pretty damn good. There you have it. It's a good build, as it turns out. Wow. All right. It's an incomplete build, but it works. It works. Sorry, let me reach out real quick. PC slowing down again. You have some seriously odd PC issues, and I hope you can get that fixed, Mooster. That sounds spooky. I'd be real worried if my PC was just randomly slowing down. If it was a browser or something, or like my Opera GX doing it, I can understand. Opera GX is probably bugging out, because sometimes it does somehow bug out, and it's weird. But like at least in the current version of Opera GX, it wasn't doing that in prior updates. But yeah, like when it's a software thing, it's like, okay, it's a software swap. When my computer's just being weird and like nothing's happening, it's like that's when I get spooked out. Of course, that hasn't happened on my PC, but if it did, you know, I don't know what I'd do. Spent too much money on this damn thing. McDonald's the best. You make the best biscuit. You who eats McDonald's biscuits? And I've never heard anybody claim McDonald's biscuits are like that good. They're okay. They're fine, but they're not like anything you praise. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say, "Damn, I've really wanted a McDonald's biscuit a day in my life." Literally, never in my life have I ever heard anybody say anything close to, "Hey, you want a McDonald's biscuit?" Because I don't. I sure as hell don't want a McDonald's biscuit. A serious question? What's the serious question? And who is it for? Is it for me? You got a serious question for me? Let me get that chest real quick. People are currently making fun of you right now. Uh-huh. You need to clean it out? Well, you better get cleaning. Oh, you need a new cooling system? Okay, that might, yeah, that'll do it. Am I watching the World Cup? No. I'm not really that into sports. I might watch highlights of soccer over everything else, but as far as like actual sporting events and things like that go, I'm not too keen on watching as a whole. Oh, wrong way. Wrong way, Joe. Shout out to anybody who gets that reference. I'd be surprised if there's anybody in chat who gets the reference of "wrong way, Joe." It's so specific. You got to be in a very specific, unique corner of the internet to even know what the hell that's supposed to be from. Am I gonna tell you? Hell no. Mm, mm. You never asked a question, Rylan. Oh, there it is. But like, are you a real gamer if you only play games? Played games 1 or 3 on PC. I mean, it depends because you could be a real gamer and just not be much of a PC gamer. Like, not to mention that definition changes a lot depending on the person. For example, there's somebody whose definition of a real gamer is quite literally being hyper competitive and getting to that pinnacle, like pinnacle ranks and going to tournaments and stuff like that on ranked modes. And if you don't do that in a game that you quote unquote like, to them, you're not a real gamer. And you know what? That's their version of a gamer. My idea of a gamer is somebody who likes video games. They don't bullshit around about their video games. They don't want extra nonsense in their games. They want to focus on the fun. They want to actually explore a game. Like somebody who says their favorite game and they can tell you things about their favorite game that only somebody who actually means that it's their favorite game would say it's their favorite game. Like if I tell you my favorite game is like one of my favorite games of all time is Infamous 2. I mean that shit. I can boot that shit up right now, start a new save, and find so many blast shards just off memory alone because of how much I love that game and have replayed that game throughout my life. Like that's my idea of a gamer is, do you even have a game that you care about? Because to me personally, for me personally, gaming is like, that's a big part of my life. Gaming at some point saved my life. Gaming kept me stable in some very shitty portions of my life, right? Like, so for me, I don't really treat games like, oh, it's just a silly little game. Except, you know, people who do that act like it's a silly little game until they don't, and they're hypocritical because, of course, they are. But I treat games like they're something that matters to me. So when I'm looking at game trailers, I treat them. I rate games, the new games coming out. I rate them super critically. I look at them in a critical way. I judge every aspect of a trailer extremely critically because for me, that shit means everything to me. Like the way a game presents itself, the way what they want to show their game to be, I judge it for every little bit and piece. You know why? Because if a game presents nothing but cinematics, I don't care if it comes out to be the greatest game ever. It might have problems that they just don't want to show you. It could be a good game with a lot of problems that they don't want to show. They can't even find good game footage that doesn't present these issues. So for me, I see a gameplay trailer. I mean, a cinematic game trailer, and it's just cinematics, like no gameplay at all. And then it ends with the character model staring at you like, I'm serious. Buy wishlist our game now or some shit. It's like, I'm insulted. Like, fuck you. Why do you think I'm gonna buy your fucking movie? I want to buy a video game, not your cinematic that you paid somebody to make. Suck a penis and show me some damn video game gameplay. So like that's just to give you an idea of how I view games. So if you have a game, and for me personally, if you want my metric, you don't have to live by my metric, by the way. But like if we're talking about how what your ideal of what a real gamer is, for me, it's how much you even care about a fucking game in the first place. How much you care about games in general. Do you care about video games? Because calling yourself a gamer and you don't really care about video games, in my opinion, is kind of silly because like, you don't care about them, and that's fine. You don't have to. Just like I don't care about sewing, but sewing is a very important industry in real life. Doesn't mean that sewing sucks. It just means I don't care for it, and I'm not a sewer or whatever, a seamstress or whatever. What's the male version of a seamstress? I don't know. Someone help me out. But anyway, you get the point though. Like, but it's just like, so it's like that sort of thing. I don't care for that thing, and I never do it. So I wouldn't call myself someone who sews, because I don't want to do it. And so, I mean, that's my idea of a real gamer. You can, everybody's free to come up with their own version of a gamer. The only hard denial that you'll ever get from me when it comes to someone who's gaming is if someone told me they play phone games and that's the only type of game they've ever played, and if a game didn't ever make a phone edition, or there was like some sort of way to play any game, emulate a game on the phone, they don't play it. And to me, I would say off rip, don't call yourself a gamer if all you got is your mobile phone and a dream, because let's be so for real. You're just being fun. You're all you're really doing, if that is your gaming experience, quote unquote, you're just being funneled into spending money on stupid skins on games you can barely see because obviously your phone screen's not that big. Stupid. But let me reach out real quick. Play multiple different games and action adventures, stuff like that. Okay, it's the same for me. I have games that I care about. It's just enjoying the game, no matter what it is. Like to play, enjoy. Yeah, people like on the internet tell you what to do, tell you to blah blah blah. They aren't mainstream, but they're known. That's another thing. Like, I don't really like mainstream games as much as people think I would like mainstream games. There's very few mainstream games that are out right now or like coming out soon that I'm like actually interested in. The Wolverine game, I'm like, I was hype about it half a year ago. Like, damn, it's gonna be sick. And now that I've seen trailer material, I'm not gonna lie. Like, get some gameplay shown off at the Summerfest or whatever it was, or Sony, whatever. I was like, damn. I mean, cool. I don't know. I don't really know how to feel about that one, Chief. Like, I saw it and I was like, just kind of like, yeah. I mean, if I ever get the chance to play it on the channel, sure. But I mean, I'm not gonna go out of my way to try to get that one. Like it's a prime example of mainstream games I just don't give a fuck about. And then if you play games regularly, you're a gamer. There's also casual gamers who enjoy games, competitive gaming, different things. Some people do gatekeeping. Yeah, it do be like that. You play Clash of Clans, but then your login password got lost and you couldn't find it. You can't log into your old account. You had a maxed out Clash of Clans account? Look, bro, you either paid money or you cheated. I have a friend who's been playing Clash of Clans since 2012. Their shit is like level 11. Their town hall is level 11 or something last time I checked in on it. So like I'm wondering, Musta, did you cheat? Be so for real, because I remember there was a wave of account unlockers you could do back in the day before they tightened up on their security. I remember that when that happened, I was in school watching somebody actively cheat in Clash of Clans just so they can get up their town hall to max level. I'm pretty sure they got their account hacked later, but still, you get the point though. Like, be honest, bro. Did you cheat? You play Omori, your turn to die, Guilty Gear Strive. You play Guilty Gear Strive? See, that's an unexpected one right there. Never heard of shit. Good though. Never heard of Guilty Gear Strive. It's a fighting game. Omori is I've never actually played Omori, but I'm not actually sure how to classify it. Ask Rylan. I'm sure she has more information on how you would I classify that game. Your Turn to Die, I'm pretty sure that is forget what that game is. I've heard about it. But anyway. They call it a Taylor. Got it. Let's see here, gamer. Games. What games are corny and too much like Spider-Man, not like Wolverine. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, based on games you play. Started 5 years ago. No, you didn't do that. There's no way if you cheat a game. That's why I don't. There's no way if you cheat. It's cheating a game. So I do it. Okay. It's not worth it in the information because you got the game for nothing. Understandable. Yeah, but that's unexpected to know that Rylan plays Clash of Clans. I'm not gonna lie to you. Not Clash of Clans. Sorry, Guilty Gear Strive. I didn't expect that one. That's dope. That's really dope. Let me go for another run. This time, here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna go fight the final boss. Or the new final, not the real final boss. Obviously, this game isn't in a 1.0 state, but the new current final boss. We're gonna go fight him with this build. I think it can hold up. I think. Where the fuck am I? That wasn't where I wanted to go. Shit. Ah, close enough. All right, let's go test this build on the final boss. I was gonna play City of Wolves on. I was gonna like start practicing on the channel, like just doing labbing some shit, right? But then I ran into an immediate hiccup when I bought the new season pass for season 2, because I wanted to play one of the season 2 characters, and I couldn't go online. And apparently it's a common issue in the game where people will either get logged out in ranked matches, or they literally just boot up the game and it immediately tells them they're not able to go online. And there's nothing you can do about it. Like, I tried verifying the files, I tried everything. I don't even have any mods on that game. It's just because, I mean, modding that game is actually kind of hard for some reason. But you know, like, it's just, yeah, I was gonna play some City of Wolves, which is a fighting game for anybody who doesn't know, and I can't go online. So like, that whole, until that gets fixed, that whole plan is in the dumpster juice, which is sad because last time I played, I can go online. Like, last time I played, online was available to me. So I don't know why it's doing that. It's very weird. Just playing a samurai game. What's it called? Would be the name of said samurai game, unless it's literally called a samurai game, in which case, what? Let me get a quick warm up. Let me get a quick warm up, Chief. Where's the ghost at? I need to talk to a ghost. Is there any ghosts around? There we go. There's a ghost right there. Never mind. I can't find the ghost. That is the one, that might be a big downside to this build, is if I can't find a ghost to interact with, I don't get my can you get off me, bums? This isn't that type of meet and greet. Move. I'm trying to talk to the ghost. It's a ghost. There we go. All right, let me, before I go fight the boss, let me Samurai Shodown. Oh, Shadows died twice? Oh. Okay, Sekiro. Why didn't you just say that? I was tempted to play Clash of Clans back when I was in middle school, but then I saw someone else playing and I was like, this is boring as fuck. And yeah, I don't, if you can't tell, I'm not the biggest fan of town builders, turn-based, not turn-based games, town builder games, survival games, and you know, group-based games. I don't really like those games very much at all. That's probably the only genre of games, like RTS games, town builders, survival games, or games with heavy survival elements to them. I don't like them at all. Like, the moment you tell me, oh, by the way, you gotta consume food, otherwise you won't be able to run, or you might just die because of it, I'm more than likely gonna lose all interest in the game, even if I was interested before. Which is why I like Terraria over Minecraft. That's like the sole reason why I like it more. I don't even want to play Minecraft. Every time I try to play it, I just immediately feel deflated because I remember, oh wait, I have to find some food to put in my mouth. Oh wait, in order for me to not waste my fucking time and resources, I have to cook this food. Oh wait, I'm gonna need wood, and then I'm gonna need to make sure I go get coal constantly until I get a bunch of fucking coal. That means I have to spend way more time mining than people really take. Like, people really, unless you really like mining or in gathering resources, Minecraft is actually not as fun as people act like it is. Like, it's such a global phenomenon, but the problem is, it's such a global phenomenon that everybody thinks that everybody has to play it or has played it. And while I have played multiple versions of Minecraft, I haven't even modded. I don't enjoy it because every single time I'm like, dude, I'd rather just pop on creative and just go do the cool shit. Where's the cool shit at? And then the cool shit is like super fucking elongated activities that take too long to get to complete and usually aren't worth the reward, because of course there is no reward, and usually, unless it's like like even then, even in modded, the rewards for doing cumbersome things is you now have a new machine that can do something else that is going to take a long time to do. I don't know what it is with Minecraft mods and their obsession with giving you timers, long ass timers for everything, and the only way to get rid of them is to get fucking modules that shorten, that speed things up, or some sort of tool that speeds up anything with a a timer coded into it. I hate that shit so much. It's why I don't really care for Minecraft. Everything takes so long. Like, I tell y'all, I don't have patience. I really don't have patience, and Minecraft is one of those things that immediately tests my patience to the utmost, because I'm just like, I don't even want to fucking be here. I don't want to fucking be here, bro. Shit. All right, see our Arrow. Have a good one, man. And do good on that exam. Anyway, so I loved the old versions of Minecraft. Beta was simpler, and somehow, being more limited, people were more imaginative. That's the thing. I don't even mind the imaginative part. It's just I've considered playing Minecraft with, you know, in creative mode, and I'm not interested in that either. Like, I've tried it. It doesn't do it for me. Okay, all right, this shit kind of cooks. That was amazing. Fuck you. Wow. Okay, yeah, that kind of cooks, huh? Oh shit, he just died all of a sudden. Okay, all right. Other versions have a hunger bar. Understandable. Yeah, that was sick. This build is insane. I mean, the boss went from alive to, okay, I'm gonna die now. That was something else for sure. How much is like experience gonna get off that? Just 12? Oh shit. The thing is, I have played Minecraft with other people myself, and with friends and stuff, and the problem I have with these games is I'm super impatient, and everybody else is more patient than me, and they're willing to take their time to do this, that, and the third, and I don't even see the value in the thing that we have to do to get to the thing that we have to do to get to the thing that we have to do to get to the thing that we might want to do to get to the thing that we have to do to get to the thing to get to the thing. And you see my point. Like, I don't have the patience for any of it. So playing with other people who do, I kind of just drag everybody down, because like I'm just dragging my feet every time. And it's not by choice. It's just I'm so bored that I'm just like, damn, I don't even want to really play. Just like, and the only time I really play with Minecraft with other people is if they ask me to. Like, I started a Minecraft session, or a server with somebody recently, and you want to know how that went? Well, you could probably guess how that went. Nowhere. Shit, we were done in like 2 days. Not done with the game, but I was just over it, and you know, they didn't really bring it up anymore. And the thing is, you know, you would think, oh, I must be so ashamed about that. No. I just recognize that I don't care for Minecraft enough to actually play with other people. Like, why? Like, y'all really gotta understand, I play single player games for a damn reason. It's not because I'm antisocial, and not per se, but it's because I don't have the patience that other people have, and when a game starts to bore me, I can't just rely on, oh, well, you're playing with your friends, right? That should make up for it. You should be able to have fun with your friends. I wish I could just have fun just because my friends were there, or because I'm playing with loved ones. Like, I wish I had that kind of mindset, but for me, it's like, damn, this game is really boring. Are y'all bored? Because I'm bored. We bored yet? Like, can we play something else? And they're like, no, I want to keep playing. And I'm like, damn, well, now I just feel like I'm forced to be here because, you know, well, you know, like, it feels like at this point I'm here just because I know you, because you're somebody in my life. That's it. Like, I don't even really want to play the game anymore. Like, I don't see the value in it. It sucks. I feel like my time is being wasted, but I just tolerate it at that point. And when people can tell that I'm just tolerating it, they don't want to play with me anymore. And while I don't try to hide that I feel this way, it's like, it's unfair for me to have to do that. Like, I shouldn't have to hide that I don't even want to be here. You know, like, damn, I don't even want to do this anymore. That's not fair to me that I had to just deal with those feelings and ignore them or just swallow them just because it makes other people feel like, oh, well, I don't want to play with you anymore. Good. Next time, pick a game we both actually like then. Duh. Like, it's like, that is the thing I feel like that's the most fairest thing you can do. if you want to involve other people. It's the same way with a job. You wouldn't drag somebody into a shitty job now, would you? Oh, well, we're working together, so it's fine. Yeah, but this job is not going to pay either of us anything but peanuts. Literally. Why are we here? Well, it's okay because we're here together. It was the only way I can have a job with you. It's like, well, that's too bad. I don't want to work here. This is not beneficial to my time. It's bad for my health. It's bad for your health. And just because you're happy to be here with me doesn't make it a good thing. We can be in a prison cell together. You want that? You want to be in a prison cell together for a night because we got drunk and did some stupid shit? I don't think so. Like, now, obviously, comparing games to prison is not really... No, that's apples to oranges, but it's still the same thing. Like, I don't want to play. I never really wanted to play a game to begin with. I'm only playing because of you. And now your vibes are getting all fucked up because you can tell I don't want to play. That's not my problem. Like, I made it obvious from the start. I was begrudging about it, you know? Like, sure, all right, let's do it. Like, I decided to play because you're my friend, or because you're my family. We're family. I love you, so let's, you know, I'll put up with with these feelings. If that kills the vibe, then fuck the vibe. I never wanted it. Like, fuck them vibes. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how I feel. I don't care. Time is too precious to be bored when we're supposed to be entertained. And if you can't entertain me, and the game can't entertain me, well, fuck. I'd rather go fucking watch YouTube or something. Like, at that point, it's a waste of internet. And I pay for my own internet. So fuck that shit. Got your PC operating again? Understandable. Alright. It's enough ranting. Let's run this back. Let's see. Oh, shit. Really? That easy? He's just dying. He 61,000? That wasn't even from the psychic damage. That was just a perfect dodge. 53,000? $76,000. 44,000. You'll be alright, Rylan. You're good. Why am I stuck ablaze? Why am I on fire? What's burning me? I don't know what was burning me, but damn. I don't know why this build is so strong. This is not even like a complete build. It's just a few things that, like, it's just this, and this. Like, this is insane. What the fuck am I looking at? Like, wow. Did not expect, I mean, I didn't even get to really play the game. I swung a few times and the motherfucker died. Is there a katana in this game? Yeah, there is. There's a standard katana. If you want to take a look at it, I'll show you. There's this one, and then there's some tantos. If you don't know what tantos are, then don't worry about it, I guess. But just know it's a Japanese style weapon. Anyway, but yeah. Yeah, this build, I might end up just making a video on this build. I need to go fight large crowds of enemies. That's what I need to do. That's what that's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. I want to test the crowd control ability that's on like the biggest crowds of enemies. Yeah, no problem. No problem, Soul. Have a good day. I don't know if you're gonna leave now, but you know, most people when they say that, they'd leave right away. Which is fine. I'm not mad about it. Go do what you gotta do. But appreciate you watching and all that sort of stuff. Have a good one. Unless you're gonna stay. In which case, you know, feel free to do that. Then we can talk about it. But you know. Yeah. Now let me just see. Is this a big enough crowd? This is not a big enough crowd. There's a bunch of ghosts, but not that big of a crowd. Okay. Okay. Can you stop swinging at me like that? That's rude. Stupid. You'll stay a bit more? Alright, well, how you doing? How's your day going? Everything going well? Welcome. Welcome aboard. Wait, what? I wasn't even anywhere near them. Whoa! Why does that keep popping up? That's a glitch. Why does that keep popping up? Hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. Oh, shit. That damage. Okay, hold on. Hold on. This build might be... Empowered might be more amazing than I gave it credit for originally. Hold on. Where is a ghost? Let me talk to you, ghost. Let me talk to you real quick. Come here. Any other ghosts showed up? Need to find another ghost. They're hard to see in this environment. They're really hard to spot. But like on the build, I have the ability to summon ghosts, and if I go talk to them, they give me an empowered buff, which is dastardly overpowered from what I'm experiencing so far. Like it feels like it's stronger than it used to be. It was never really this strong. It was kind of goofy, but you know, goofy powerful, but not like a build defining buff. But this shit is like actually breaking shit just by having a little bit of it. Not even a full stack. Not even a full 12 stacks. Oh, watching a friend's game. Just wanted to check this game because you saw the update. Understandable. Hope you enjoy Hope you enjoy your football. We always send $100 a fee. $100 fee super chat to show appreciation. I wish. That sounds like some church shit. You know what I just realized? It just occurred to me. No. It just occurred to me, y'all. I just realized why this build is doing what it's doing. It's because of the hastened. On top of the empowered, the hastened, the empowered buff, and the psychic damage in combination, I'm effectively getting a massive damage increase. If you don't know what hastened does... hold on, I gotta deal with these enemies. Fuck you. Get away from me. And I said, fuck you. Get away from me. We good? Yeah, okay. If you don't know what Hasten does, it is a new buff that is in the game. So Hastened, it increases attack speed by 1% per stack, which isn't crazy. But it effectively, I don't know what it is. I tried it on 13,000. I don't know why, but having just Hasten by itself makes your damage higher. I don't know if this is a bug. I don't know if that was on purpose. I tried this on a different build, and every single hit that I did with Hastened was just like made to be this insane, massive hit over and over. And you only hit you start to swing faster and faster and faster. I don't know why it works like that, but it does. Now it's not consistent, which is why I think it's bugged out. It's a glitch. I feel like it's super glitchy because sometimes the hits are what they're supposed to be, which is the numbers you just saw. But then other times it's like I'm hitting for 13,000, 56,000 on a single swing without any other buff. Like a build that does this is let me pull this build up real quick because there's I'm gonna make a video on this build sometime later today or maybe on the stream, which you guys are watching. You could be a live audience of me recording the clips and intro and the discussion points or whatever, let me game still 0. Yeah, if the game is still 0.5. Oh, you're talking about the update. I was wondering like what it's like price wise, what are you talking about? But it looks big enough that that when 1.0 comes out we'll only have any what did I read that correctly? Hold on, sorry, let me pause. Maybe I read that too fast. Game is still 0.5, but looks big enough. When will 1.0 out? Oh, okay. I did read that wrong. My bad. I read too fast. I skipped over a word and it completely crushed the context. My apologies. Do we have any information on 1.0? Hell no, we do not. We barely had information on this version of the game. And if I'm honest with you, I'm okay with that. I don't mind not being in the know because unlike most developers who kind of are disappointing, and at least knowing what they're doing gives you the chance to not be so disappointed because you already knew you were disappointed months in advance. With Saz, he usually just puts out fire. Like every single new update, every major update is just like this this insane explosion of excitement for me personally, and a lot of other people, according to last night when the update came out. So, or not last night. For me, it was morning, but you get the point. Like that shit was an explosion of excitement. So I feel like with Saz, like when he's putting, like honestly, I feel like just let him cook, bro. Like of all the people in the world, just let bro cook. Cause when he finally puts some shit out, you know he put his whole soul into that shit every time. Cause this update just, yeah, this update is just straight gas. So while we don't have any information on 1.0, I don't think it matters that much when it comes to who's making the game. What? Where's my bell? Where's my bell? It's just gone. 20,000 for no reason. Why? 18,000 for no reason. This is what I mean. Like these haystacks really do, like, they're buffing my damage, but like not, they shouldn't be buffing my damage, but they are. 11,000. Why? Why is that happening? Well, I hope you enjoy the game. I've definitely enjoyed this game tremendously. It's easily one of my favorite games. I know it's crazy to say that about an early access game, but unironically, this game, like, from the moment I saw like a bit of footage of gameplay of this game back before I purchased it a half a year ago, or almost a bit more than half a year ago, maybe something like that. But the moment, even back then, when I first saw gameplay of it, I was just like, holy shit, I gotta get this game some way, somehow. I need to go get this shit right now. And then I played it and I was like, oh wow, this oh my goodness. No, it was more than a year ago. It was definitely way more than a year ago. But like I was just so enamored by it just from the first look at it. Then I played it and I was like, oh, what the fuck? Why hasn't anyone made a game like this before? Like this shit blew my mind. Like I love it. I love this game a lot. And Saz pretty much always puts out fire every update. So like I'm never worried like, oh, this next update might be a little bit mid. Nope, because he's the type of motherfucker, he'll delay an update if he feels like it's not good enough. And then when it finally comes out, you're like, okay, yeah, I understand. I get it now. I understand it. Yep. Please keep delaying updates. If that's what it takes to get quality like this, delay all you need to, bro. God bless. How you doing, Fang? One of the best indie games. One of the best indie games dropped in a century. Oh, you're talking about VOIN. I was wondering, like, what are you talking about? A new indie game just came out. What's the name of it? Speaking of new indie games, by the way, next month there's gonna be a game that I'm looking forward to checking out and buying. It's gonna be it's an indie game. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna try to put y'all on real quick. Try to put y'all on. I don't know. Let me see if it's on my wish list. It's been in my wish list for like 2 years, something like that. It's called Ascend to Zero. Off rip, when I first saw this game, I thought, oh, it's just another one of those generic anime styled ass fucking roguelikes with some difficulty in it. Whatever. And then I saw like a full run in like a content creator indie game content creator who I watch got access to a pre-access version of it a year ago or 2 years ago, something like that. And I saw gameplay and I'm like, oh shit, wait a minute, whoa. Okay, that's kind of cool. So yeah, like ever since I saw that, I was hooked. And back then there wasn't a demo. There is a demo now. I might play that probably tomorrow or maybe at some point I will play the demo on stream. Just know that, just because I actually want to try the demo, because there's finally a fucking demo. Like there was only footage of gameplay from a content creator who had like early access to a demo version of the game a year ago, and now we finally have a fucking demo. So it's like, yeah, I can finally actually get my hands on it to touch it myself. Because when I saw some gameplay, I was like, okay, all right, this went from generic looking to that's actually kind of fucking dope. What? That's sick. That's so sick looking. And then it's like, yeah, so like that's a game I'm looking forward to. It's coming out next month. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to playing the demo and more importantly, checking out what the fuck? There's just a ghost behind me. This is a bunch of ghosts. Why are there a bunch of ghosts playing Fortnite? Stop it. Yo, the battle bus is no longer in the game. Stop dropping on my head like this. It's crazy. Fuck away from me. Why was I running this build again? Oh, right. I was showing off the, whatchamacallit? The damage stacks. I should probably... Actually, yeah, that's what I want to check out. See, I'm seeing 16,000, 38,000 per swing. I'm not even charging it. Just... Let's see. 14,000, 21,000, 24, 21,000 again. I really think haste is a glitchy stat. Like I don't think it's supposed to buff you like that, but it does. And it's doing the same thing with the death knell. Like every time, or not death knell, the bell ringer. Like every time I hit an enemy with an uncharged attack, like it just like goes bonkers. I don't have the empowered stack on. Oh, now I'm gonna get it now. Let's try with an empower stack. Can you guys come back? Okay, see, that's a normal hit. That's normal damage right there. That's standard damage. And then it's just randomly gonna do a big hit. Oh, where is it? I can't find anybody. They're all dead. It's like, it's random. But sometimes you just get these disgustingly powerful hits that's not part of the build. Like, this build is not a physical attacker. At least not intentionally. It's a psychic attacker. Like, I was randomly getting like 20,000 and I got hit like a 44,000 with this weapon. So I'm thinking the hasten stat is broken because it shouldn't be doing that. But it's doing it. See, 65. See that? See, I'm not crazy. 65,000. See, I told you, fucking told you guys. The hasten stat, there's something wrong with that stat. It's not supposed to do that. It must be broken. There's something wrong with the stat. It has to be, because what the fuck is happening? I don't understand it. $14,000. Why am I hitting that? Like, you saw how consistent the regular numbers were, like 900, 1,000, 5,000, and then like 13,000, 44,000, 21,000 out of nowhere. Why? Like, that's what? Like, what? I don't understand. Like, if I do a full charge swing like this, oh, don't you run from me. If I do a full charge swing, like that's 3,000. 6,000, like that's not, these are the normal numbers. 53,000. Crazy. Tacos with some Mexican cola. Nice. I feel like we gotta get a better, like, there has to be a better name for Mexican cola other than Mexican cola. You know why? Because Mexican cola sounds stupid. I don't mean that in a racist way. Obviously, that sounds stupid to think it's racist to think that. But I mean in a way it was like, can we get a better, more like cooler sounding name than Mexican cola? Like what? You know what I mean? Like, come on. Like, how about, I don't know. Like, so somebody brainstorm some shit. I don't have any ideas right now. Head empty. Shut up, stupid. I missed? The second time I understand, but the first time? How did I miss? Anyway, Fang, I'm gonna show you something real quick. I'm working on this new build. Or it's more like a revamp of a build that almost everybody whoever's played this game, who has ever played the game has made at some point. So I'm working on this build, and it's a revamp with using some of the new items for psychic damage. And the idea is to take this and make it into a true damage contender, similar to how you know, like lightning is now like up there with the ice and fire now. So I wanted to see, with the new items, is this like really up there with the big boys now? Or because it wasn't really that crazy. It was always something you would suggest to a new player who's too you know, bad at the game to, you know, do anything risky, quote unquote. or just somebody who wants to just not get close to the enemy. This is like that kind of build you suggest. It was okay for bossing, but it kind of fell off when you're fighting toughness level 6 enemies, because at some point there's just stronger options to wally mop a boss. Now I'm trying to see like so the idea is to like get it up to a standard where it's actually like up there with the big boys. It's no longer like the training wheels build like it used to be. You know what I mean? So first things first, I have Empower on there, which is, you get that from the Ghost. If you don't know what the Ghost is, from the Gratitude and Restless, which is from this weapon right here. A lot of people don't use this because it's like kind of irrelevant like this, but the buff on this is actually really amazing. Like, it's very much worth having. If I could just get more Ghost. There we go. There we go. It maxes out at 12. So this is the new current toughest boss in the game. And yeah, I'm not moving, I'm not trying to dodge. This is the new damage we're working with. Get that bell generated. All right, there it is. And the only weird thing that happens is, you know, I get burnt constantly. I don't know if that's a glitch with where I'm just, because I'm just standing still, or how that works, but yeah. As you can see, I think it's a combination of the weird glitchy nature of Hastened, which if that were to get fixed, it probably wouldn't be as crazy. But obviously these, the new psychic items are actually just like coming in clutch here, because you got this. Any psychic damage has a 20% chance to repeat itself, and then it'll loop, or it can trigger itself again, which is amazing, especially when you're just constantly ringing the bell. And then you got this one every 7th hit, which triggers off the bell too, so you can that can loop as well. So yeah, it's just all just like an infinite like tunnel of looping damage, with this one just buffing the thing. And also there's it does apply weaken. Don't forget about that. Like, this build does also, like, having the Screeching Necklace, it does apply weaken. So, you know, enemies, like, over time, any enemy you're fighting has like multiple stacks of weaken. And so bosses kind of get bullied by that stat. So, yeah. The way I see it, I like this build, but at the same time, I really don't like this build. And because it's like, I don't know why, I don't know how to quite explain it. This build isn't bad. Like, this build is obviously amazing as far as like killing thing goes, like killing stuff. It's just that everything feels kind of pointless, and I don't know why. I even have like an aspect of the build I haven't even really touched on yet, which is I have let's see in here, I have Force Overcharge. I have Force Overcharge in this build, so you can actually go for crazy big hits. The problem is, it's pointless to do that, because even though Hasten does glitch out and allow you to do crazy hits for no fucking reason, it's not consistent, so you can't really rely on it. Whereas with this build right here, this build, every hit on this build is chunky. Like, I'll prove it to you right now. I'm gonna show you. Which, this is a build I'm making a video on. Like, that's 10,000 per swing, no matter what. And I don't know why. Outside of Hasten being glitchy, like, the swings on this weapon, like, look at this damage. I'm just mashing. No brain, just mash. Look at these numbers. So I guess maybe that's part of the reason why I don't really like the bell ringer build as much, because it's not bad. It's obviously really strong, but I don't know, it feels like the bell's just kind of, I don't know, it's kind of, I feel like maybe it's useless. Every single time I think about him, I'm thinking like, damn, this shit kind of useless. Because what's the point of even having all this psychic damage set up when I could just go full Unga Bunga? You know, like, this is literally just pure Unga Bunga. Just pure doom. So it just makes it makes having a build like the Bell Ringer, like this is I guess this is a creative choice. You know what I mean? Like it's definitely a creative choice of sorts. I don't know. I don't think the Maw is gonna get nerfed. The Maw is just like the Maw is strong for weird reasons. It's fast and it's strong. Like it's up there with the heavy weapons, which are usually slow or average at best. Like with the like this is one of the outliers, but people don't use it, so shh, don't tell them about it. But you know, Bell Ringer's average. You know, like yeah. So, but that's around like this is relatively the sort of damage you're getting out of this weapon. Similar to this, like you can compare the Maw to the Shatterflesh in terms of damage. They're around the same tier, but the only difference is the Maw is fast and it has hastened, and hastened allows you to just get faster and faster. If you don't know what hasten does, I'm sure you know, but it increases your attack speed by 1% per stack, and it maxes out at 74. So you can really go crazy with this. Like it does allow you to just like really take this to like you can really just start like a weapon that's like slow or average speed like the Bell Ringer does start to feel fast, but a weapon like the Maw starts to feel ridiculous. Like you saw how fast I was swinging before. Look at this. Let me go hit something. I can't even see how many stacks of hasten I have. It's glitching out, but I have 6 right now. Like look how fast it's gonna go. This is only was that 37? 36. 36 stacks, and that can go much faster. You can double that. Like so that much damage with this much speed on a weapon like that is so much better than the Bell Ringer, because the Bell Ringer it's just not as fast. It's not as good. It doesn't hit as hard. It's not as consistent with damage, and the only real source of DPS is the bells. And yes, I like the bells are obviously the main thing of this build. You want to ring the bell, but it's like it's redundant, because why would I want to ring the bell when I could just turn the brain off, walk into the enemy, and murder them with rapid M1s, because it's the same thing. You know, maybe that's the way I should think about it. It's literally the same thing as the Maw. Like this build is objectively doing the same thing. You're just mashing M1 and you don't care. But the difference is you're constantly trying to resummon a bell and chase it. So it's like you're adding an extra layer to what is supposed to be 100% unga bunga. So that's kind of why I don't like it. Gonna go play VOIN right now? Oh, go crazy. Go enjoy yourself. By all means, don't let me stop you. Oh, by the way, you can walk on the lava. I know a lot of people probably don't know that. A lot of people are worried about this lava shit. I mean, I'm not too sure about that lava stuff. It looks dangerous. It's not dangerous. Walk on this shit. I mean, I wasn't gonna correct you. Although you still got it wrong, by the way. I just want to point that out. And you're probably wondering, how do I got it wrong? Let me show you. That's how you're supposed to type it. Because there's a game called VOIN with a capital V and everything else just lowercase. And that's an entirely different game. Some random ass old game. If you look it up on Steam in that way, you'll get some older game. And you're just like, what the fuck is this shit? It's not even good. But yeah, that's why I personally always type it capital letters, because if somebody were to copy paste this shit and try to look for it on Steam, you know what would happen? They would get the other game and they'd be wondering, what is this? This isn't the game that you said that you were playing. Like, what is this game? And then I'd be like, oh shit, my bad. Let me all caps that shit. So instead of having to make that have that moment happen, I just put in all caps at all times. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do it. But I'm just letting you know. That's how it's actually, like, you have to type it that way if you were looking for it manually. If someone didn't like give you a link or directly just, you know, show you the game directly, like you would find the other one first just by not putting the full all caps, which is crazy. It's a crazy situation. Anyway, am I sure? Because he died a couple times trying to go crazy. I don't know what your experience is, but I'm like when you play, but I'm assuming you're probably having the average player experience. It's just kind of how it is. The game has a bit of a learning curve for most people. I say most people because I'm not part of that bracket. I kind of just took this game like a fish. But you know that's me. Not everybody's built like me. I always say this, but I am a tryhard. Do not expect the same sort of gameplay that I have in any game ever because I'm always trying to push for a certain level of performance and perfection and understanding that most people don't see the point in. So yeah, I'll often give off this. I like watching me play this game makes you think, oh, this game is not that hard. It is. I just perfect dodge stuff a lot, so I don't end up dying on any build. So like it's hard for me to die because for me it's subconscious to just get out of the way of shit without thinking about it. But like to have that, like that's just how I play video games. So I'm a subconscious unga bunga kind of player anyway. So I just make certain aspects of the game look automatic or easy, or like they don't exist. You know, like it's not as dangerous as it actually is. And that's not me. I'm not even like bragging. I'm being honest. Like people have watched me play the game, got the game, and were just mortified at how much they die in comparison to how I just walk through crowds of enemies. It's like, yeah. If you didn't notice, every time I walked, like watch this. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna give you a prime example of this shit right now. I'm not just walking through the crowd mindlessly. I'm perfect dodging as often as possible. Like that's the difference. That's how this shit works. You see, like for me, this is like I don't have to think about this. I just do it. I just do that. But like for a lot of people, they play the game and they'll watch me play the game and get the game or play the game and think, oh, I guess I'll just walk through a crowd too. It seems like it just works. No, don't just walk through the crowd. Please try to dodge while you're walking through a fucking crowd. I beg you. Don't do what I do. I mean, don't think you understand what I'm doing. It's just walking through a crowd holding W. That's not what I'm doing. I'm perfect dodging my way through. Anyway, I'm gonna let Saz finish this masterpiece because you get mad when you complete part of the game and you can't finish it. You need 2 Sophers to get immortal in the game. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying... I was specifically talking about newer players. Because I'm talking, like, obviously, anybody who plays the game long enough will discover the soul fruits. And they know, like, oh yeah, I just put those on. And it's like... But me personally, the way I play video games, I don't know if I said that, but that's just how I play everything. I am a perfect dodge fiend. I love parrying. I love perfect dodging. So even if I was immortal in a build, I'm still going to perfect dodge. I'm still going to parry because I like doing it. And it's something that's subconscious to me. Like I want to do it at all times, right? But the thing about, and because of that, I don't know, like if you're not watching my resources as they go down, a lot of people don't even notice that I'm dodging because, okay, watch this. This is me walking forward. This is me dashing forward. I'm dashing forward right now. I'm dashing. Dashing. Did you notice me dashing? Did it look like I was dashing at all? No. Or maybe you did notice. And if you can tell, then you played the game long enough to tell the difference and know what happens when you dash. But a new player has no fucking clue. They see me dashing through a crowd and think, oh, he's just walking through the crowd and killing them. Because that's what it looks like. It doesn't look like I'm going faster or getting a boost of speed, or there's no on-screen effects for dashing. Which is why I was talking about it. Like, because a lot of new players, they don't have the soul fruits. They don't have any sort of defensive items. They don't have shit. So for them, they see my gameplay and they're like, oh, he's just, oh wow, so you can really just do that in this game. That's so cool. And then they get on the game and die 1,200 times, and they come back and they're like, hey, this game is hard. I keep dying. Well, what's the secret to surviving like you do? And then that leads them down the rabbit hole of just making the immortal builds instead of actually getting good at the game. And then they're just like, then they kind of permanently suck because they're just immortal the whole time and can't properly face the challenges if they wanted to. So they just keep the immortal stuff on. And then, yeah, you get it. Like, those are the same players who still complain about poison pools, by the way. No offense to anybody who's still dying to them, but, like, let's be real. You wouldn't be dying to poison pools if you didn't play like you were unkillable all the time. Poison pools are designed to obliterate you because the idea is that you're not paying attention, your iframes are up, you have all this extra HP, this temporary HP, you're thinking, damn, I can never die. Meanwhile, you have 7 stacks of poison sitting on you right now. You dumb fuck. You should have went left, but instead you went right. F in chat. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is, but also it's like, don't play like you're immortal, even if you are. If you're not like that good, because you kind of want to get a little bit good so that way you can actually explore other builds. There's a lot of cool builds in this game that don't revolve around not being that don't revolve around being unkillable, but a lot of people will never try them because every time they take off their immortal shit, they die instantly, even with all the soul fruits that keep them alive. Every single time they die, and everyone's wondering, but why do I keep dying? This doesn't make any sense. It's because you're not using your perfect dodge. You ain't parrying, you're not blocking, you're so used to taking damage with your face. Like the moment you take off the immortal shit, you just instantly melt. Like I played majority of the game without any of that shit ever on, and I'm so comfortable taking it off that it doesn't bother me because I dodge all the time. But like the moment you get rid of that habit or you never form it, it's like this game becomes way harder than it actually is because you're not using the base mechanic that's meant to keep you alive. Like it's there for a reason. Did I play Mortal Sin? I have not played Mortal Sin. Maybe one day, but there's a lot of games on my to-do list, and then there's also the factor of real life and problems with life that spook me because real life is scarier than fiction. Let me reach out real quick. You can stand in the middle of everything and just pull Shattered Heart. It's broken. Yeah. So as a new player, it kind of increase your game speed. Because you did. I mean, if you're okay with getting used to it, sure. I would say it's not that big a deal. Like it's only 20% more game speed, but if you can barely handle the game speed in normal and like the normal speed, maybe don't. But also if you believe in your ability to adapt, then don't turn it off. If you already turned up your sliders other than toughness, don't turn them down. If you truly think that, like if you truly believe, you know for a fact, okay, I can get good at these things. I can get good. I can practice. And like, just give me like a few hours, give me an hour, give me insert amount of time here, I'll be Gucci. If you feel like that, then don't slide it down. Don't like keep it where it is, because eventually you'll just deal with it like it's normal and you'll be perfectly fine. I mean, the alternative is just making a invincibility or like a build that makes it damn near impossible to die unless you go AFK for 12 years, not 10, 12 specifically. But other than that, like, maybe don't do that. Like, if I have any advice to give to anybody checking out this game for the first time, yeah, unless if you want to challenge yourself, if you like to like having skill expression in a game, try to avoid the invincibility, the iframes, the survivability, the infinite health builds in the game as much as possible, because you can still make those crazy nuclear overpowered builds just without the survivability part where you just don't die no matter what happens. Like, let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all some ridiculous. I'm gonna swap to this build. This build has a built-in don't hurt me mechanic. Watch this shit. So they're all dead. Anyway, so you can make builds like that, and like you would think, okay, but you have a build like that, aren't you being hypocritical? The thing is, I don't use the build in that nature. I made that build because it has multiple layers. I can play in a more perfect dodge fashion and actually kill things because my perfect dodge triggers Thunder Dash, which is overpowered in this current version of the game. So I'm able to actually fight just using perfect dodges. And then there's the aspect of it's a super unga bunga kind of build. I just go in and I just start stabbing stuff. Hell, I mean, you can also, there's a funny way you can play with this build that has nothing to do with survivability. Like, I could take my heart off and just not utilize that for the build. And just like, for example, I'll prove it right now. I'll put this shit on, do this, and I'm gonna go smack these guys. So I have no survivability in this build, none. No survivability. This is what happens when you do the hit and run, clever tactics instead of just being brain dead. Instead of not dodging things, I'm avoiding getting hit, and there you go. Level 1 heart just gave me the static effect that I need for the build to complete it, or for that build, and then. Which I don't even need this. Like, I don't even need that. Like, I don't actually need that. That's just because that implies that I'm getting hit. Like, if I just go, I can play this build without getting hit, and I get the benefits of it. Like, that's why I made this build with so many different types of ways it can be played, because, you know, there's Unga Bunga built into it. There's, you know, brain dead. There's the I don't really care about dodging playstyle you can have. But that's not really what I was going for. I was going for survival. I was going for like cool static effects, cool electricity. I mean, not survival. I say survival. I'm sorry. I mean, cool static effects and electricity and speed. I don't know why I said survival. I meant speed. I was going for speed. The idea of the build is that like you can play really fast and you don't have to slow down. Like everything you run past with this build just gets obliterated, and that's the goal, is to never slow down. Just running through the crowd, bam, bam, because this is how I like to play the game regardless. Like an action movie, bro. Like every enemy I touch, I know that they're marked for death, you know? If I don't get them, the homie's gonna get them. See? Oh, there's more. Oh, never mind. See, they're dead. Like that's what I mean when I say like, as much as like some builds I make do have that level of invincibility built into them, I really don't like playing like that, and it keeps me sharp not playing as if I can never die, because then it makes other builds feel way more fun. Like the builds where like running and slashing and trying not to get hit is more exciting than just standing there knowing you guys are gonna die because you can't kill me. Tee-hee. Like that's, you know, like, I don't know, like if you like it, you like it, but for me it's kind of childish, you know? It's like, you know, it's like playing pretend with your friends with your friend or brother, and you're both like, you ever seen like, you know how little children play pretend, and like they'll hit you with the nuh-uh, you can't hurt me because I ate the invincibility pill. Well, I had the anti-invincibility gun. Well, I'm immune to bullets, you know? Like that's effectively what you're making in a game where there is risk factor, and you can take it away, but you know, it does make the game less replayable when every encounter is just hold W, swing, they can't kill me anyway, why would I dodge? You know, like that's really some low end shit right there, you know? Like that's not really pushing what this game can do. It can be so much more exciting than that, and if you would find extreme enjoyment doing that, sure, whatever, but you know, a lot of new players fall into that trap, and then they quit the game, or they finish the game and they're like, wow, that was fun, but I thought it would be more exciting than that. It's like, yeah, it is. Just don't play like an idiot, you know? Like actually explore more options. There's other ways you could play the game than just cranking up the iframes, you know? Now, if you just want to grind, sure, I can understand why you wouldn't want to die while grinding. That can be that'd be pretty lame. You did all that grinding just to die, and then you have to go get your shit back. Yeah, that can suck. I can understand that, but overall, it's just like it just comes across as a bit silly to, like, when you make a build that's just like, okay, I made this build for the sake of fun. It's not for grinding. It's not to show off. This build is for me. This build is for the excitement. And I want to be happy. I just want to be happy today, right? Why would that build involve just not really playing the game and just standing there? You know, like clearly, like you're not really playing the video game if it's just like, I'll just walk forward and the enemy will die eventually as I hold my head down. Like, yeah, that's surely, yeah, that's definitely fun somewhere. Hope you're enjoying that one. But yeah, I'm gonna stop ranting about that. But I guess the only other advice I have for you, Rylan, if you still want or require any kind of advice going forward in the game, that isn't, you know, I don't want to mold a playstyle for you. Like, make your own playstyle, make your own builds that suit your playstyle, or find a build that suits the playstyle, but that you chose. But if anything, give yourself the chance to lose, please. You know, there's a lot of people who go early on, ask for the easiest, most brain dead build the moment they start the game, and then like a month later, like, yeah, the game isn't as fun as I thought, or I wish the enemies were tougher. And it's like, nobody told you to make the mega ultra nuke build right away. Like, you have options, you can make weaker builds. There's a lot of people on Discord with like like, no offense to them, but their opinion kind of is on the game is, I wish the game was harder. And yeah, to a degree, I agree. I wish the game was harder, but at the same time, it kind of doesn't need to be when you're making the overpowered builds that destroy everything. And yeah, sure, once you understand the game really well, it's super easy to make a bunch of OP builds. Like, you can try to, like, I've tried my best to make weaker builds, but because of my knowledge, I accidentally synergize and make something that's still cracked as hell. Even while giving you the chance to lose, it's still like super cracked. But it's like, at the very least, I do make an attempt to, like, I have a whole video on my channel, like, it's called the Retired Adventurer build. And the idea is that it has really good power built into it, but you have to build up to it through buffs and things. It, like, off rip, it's not as strong. And you also don't have any survivability in the build at all. Hell, there's even a challenge mode where the build comes with like an optional choice of putting on, where is it? There is a, here it is. You put on this soul fruit here, and you play with 1 heart. Play with 1 heart, no temp health. And the idea is you cannot get hit, but because you're sacrificing the chance, you're sacrificing all survivability, you are basically getting a bunch of damage. You're cranking out crazy numbers, but you can't get hit. It's like, and I call that, like, that version of the build, like the Awaken. You know, like, if like in an anime where like the retired old man, you know, he used to be a super powerful S-rank adventurer in like whatever generic isekai or whatever that pops on these days. And like, when the village is in danger in one episode, he decides, one last time, I'll use his power one last time. And then he just like goes crazy and destroys the danger, and it's like, and then he dies or something, right? Like, that's the idea. Like, you're activating one-shot mode. Like, it's either you or the enemy. Someone's dying instantly. Like, there's no in between. Like, that's the idea of that build. It adds a risk factor back into the game where you still get to be strong and overpowered if you want to. Which you can even dial that factor down in the build as well. But you can still be strong and whatnot. But at the same time, like, there's a part of it where there's a version of the build where in that same video where it's like, you can also be like super, like, you can risk it all. And like, you know, that adds a fun factor back to the game that a lot of people were missing. You know, me personally, I was missing that too, because like, you know, being overpowered all the time isn't the most fun shit ever. Constantly, eventually you want to go back to the days where in the early game where it felt like everything was able to kill you super easy, because like when you first experience that, it kind of sucks, but like once you start getting overpowered, eventually it's like, that's a novelty. Like, honestly, I miss that. Like, that feeling is a nice feeling to have, just knowing like, yeah, I can always just like, you know, I can still be strong, but I'm still playing at the risk that I was when I was new to the game. Like, getting caught off guard once or twice could be the end of the whole run, you know. It's very enticing to play that way, at least to me though. How long have I been streaming? 2 hours and 22 minutes. Huh. You know, I was gonna like record my next build video on stream, but I'm kind of hungry. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I kind of want to go eat. In which case, I'm not gonna be short eating, because who wants to like be eating at a fast pace with knowing you gotta quickly come back to anything? So I might end the stream. Maybe I might do another stream later. Who knows? Probably. But I think you know, I made a new build. At the very least, I got one thing in the stream checklist done. You know, I got this right here done. You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'll do before I end the stream. I'm gonna make a thumbnail. I'm gonna make a thumbnail for the new video. I already have most of the parts prepared. I just gotta finalize it. And you know what? Let's do that on stream. Give me 1 second. Let me find the thumbnail. It's in the files somewhere. Screenshot I took. There we go. This is the one. All right. We're going to turn this into a bit of a recording editing stream, except I'm just making thumbnail. It's just thumbnail. Where was it? Here it is. Here it is. Bam. Oops, wrong thing. There we go. And for the mainstream too, let's pop that on there. All right. I'm also gonna throw on some music because honestly, I don't even feel like playing the game anymore. I don't feel like playing a VOIN right now. Well, I do want to play a bit more, but you know, also I'm hungry. My desire to go eat is overpowering everything else right now. So let's take care of that. Okay. I'm gonna close VOIN real quick. We good on that. All right. Let's make this thumbnail. So I wasn't really too sure on the ideas I was gonna go for with this thumbnail, outside of the baseline that I have here and a few other things. I guess first things first, I'll just pull up the whatchamacallit, get that on there, right? You know, just like a wrong thing. A bit smaller. It doesn't really need to be that big. The main star of the show is gonna be this guy. Actually, should have got the shit, I forgot to get a screenshot of the panel of the weapon, so I can put that. You know what? I'll do that another time. For now, I'll just do most of the thumbnail because I'm hungry and I'm kind of rushing at this point. You can't blame me for rushing. Your boy got to get some eats. I tell you what. Hungry Hades build. I think I'll call this one the Hungry Hades build. I've been workshopping the name, and the maw is a weapon that eats or whatever. The idea is that it consumes the enemies and it gets faster and faster, but it's also a fire weapon. So I was thinking I'm gonna call this build the Hungry Hades build. I almost ended up calling the Hungry Hippo, but that would be lame. We're not doing that shit. We ain't doing that shit, I'll tell you what. But I should probably move this to here. How you doing, Arceus? Hi and bye. Gotta go to sleep. What's up? Studying till now? Well, that is totally fine. Appreciate you showing up, though. Much appreciated. Hungry Hades build. That's what I'll call this. And I think what I'll use is a lot of different custom fonts that I do have that I'm gonna dig into my bag real quick. Yeah, glad Cat isn't here. Why is that? Oh, you caught on to that? Yeah, I got TMNT music in the stream music playlist. I sure do. Rylan, you might be behind, by the way. If you're reacting to the Hungry Hippo thing that I said just now, you might be behind. Damn, y'all shitting on Cat like that? What did Cat ever do to you? Okay, maybe shitting on is a strong word. Here's what I'll use. I'll use this text. I haven't used this font in a while, and I should use it more. Maybe Flamer? You know what? No, I'm using this one. It looks sloppy, and that's on purpose. Hold on. No, I don't want it that big. He caused a lot of problems with what he did. See ya, Arceus. Have a good one, man. Have a good rest. What did he do? I'm pretty sure I was there at all times because I'm the streamer and these are my streams. What the hell did he do? What did he do? What did he do? And just wanted to make sure. Somehow you end up behind much more than other people. It's kind of spooky how YouTube bullies you like that, huh? Now let's change this to black. Now you're probably wondering, why are you changing it to black? Don't worry. I've been doing a lot of cool shit lately. This is one of them. So first things first, I'm the realist. I dropped this and let the whole world feel it. Make that bigger. That's what she said. Put it right there. Who's behind all the time? Yeah. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure you're not as behind as you used to be. Crazy how that works, right? All right. Now check this out. Check this out. Hear me out. All right, y'all don't know what I'm about to do. You don't gotta know what I'm about to do, because actually, she's about to go crazy. Set that to 25 and highlight that with a I'm gonna take that orange right there, that one right there. Yep. 75 on the opacity there. Bam. Yep, that works. And then look at that. All right, now you're probably wondering what's next. Don't worry, guys, I got you. Come, hold your horses. See, I want to use that color again, but also want to make this a bit like a bit murky, like this. We're gonna have some contrast in this bitch. I'm glad you recognize such an old, stupid ass song that I just so happen to like more than I actually should, but it's okay. I should get some Persona 3 music in my playlist, in my stream music playlist. Like, I don't know why I don't have Persona 3 music in there. It's insane to me that I don't. Stupid that I don't, actually. Ridiculous. I tell you what, ridiculous. Make that bilinear. Did he say bi? Yeah, I said bilinear. Bi? No, bilinear. Specifically. Okay. Right there. Right there. Boom. Okay, save that, and then I'm gonna do this. Gonna go here, gonna grab this and make it appear, and then I'm gonna on the screen. What does that mean? Shut the fuck. That's what it means. Don't ask me questions right now. I'm cooking in the kitchen, cooking. See what I did there? You probably didn't notice. Watch that shit again. Watch that shit again. I'm gonna zoom in for you for the blind. See that? Bam. Look at that shit. Look, that shit is so sick. Bam, bam, bam. Now you're probably wondering, that doesn't look as good. Don't worry. All right, we're gonna fucking fix this shit. We're gonna make it look hype. Always. It's what I do around here. All right. See, I lab that, and then I want to do this. Now you're probably thinking, that looks kind of bad. Shut the fuck up. You don't see the vision. All right. And then I'm gonna layer it again. Pack that shit down. Pack it down. Exactly. Are you smelling the vision now? Are you smelling what the Wayne the Rock Johnson is cooking in this kitchen? If not, hold your horses. Check this out. Check this out. See, now I'm gonna fucking finish it off. That's what she said. Don't do what she said. Get some yellow in there, but change it. And then boom. See, it started off with just basic black text. Now it's looking kind of cool. Boom, look at that. It's different all by itself. Now what happens when you zoom out? Undo it, boom, look at that. Funky looking, isn't it? Now, look what happens when I take off the highlight. It's kind of boring. See, I take that highlight off, it's kind of boring. You can't tell what you can't tell, can't see the vision? Watch this. Boom, boom, boom. Take the highlight off, boring. Boom, look at that contrast, it's beautiful. It gives you a different layer of things you didn't even know would be there. Exactly. All right. It took me a while, but I'm finally there. I could casually do shit like this. All right, my brain can cook up shit like this. I know what buttons to press. For real, for real. This is why I like self-learning. All right, and then notice what happened. That shadow. Then look how much of a difference that shadow makes. Smell it. Smell it. Look at that. Boom. No shadow. Shadow. No shadow. Shadow. No shadow. Shadow. Sonic fan? Not a Sonic fan. We don't fuck with Sonic. We're Shadow fans over here. Just kidding. We like them both. But honestly, Shadow, bro. Look at that shit. And mind you, the shadow isn't even a black shadow. It is a glow burgundy shadow. If you want to know what that color looks like, it's like a burgundy brown. I picked the burgundy brown. This is the color we went with. This color right here. You see that color right there? I know you see that color right there. Just in case I would enlarge it for you for your blind ass. Boom. There you go. That's the color we went with. Not a black shadow. No. You never want to go all black unless you need extreme contrast. I learned that the hard way. Well, I'm glad you're fans of something. All right, and now here's the finishing touch. Here's a finishing touch. You're probably thinking, so is that the end of the thumbnail? Fuck no, baby. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. Here's my favorite part. I don't do this too often, but here's my favorite part of any thumbnail. I've been trying to do it less, actually. I used to do it more often, but these days, you know, I want to be a bit more low-key about it. But I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. Then I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to press Shift R for rotate because I know what I'm fucking doing. Then I'm going to do this. And I'm going to do this. And I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to do this because I need to be even smaller because I didn't realize how little headspace that would have. And then I'm going to do this. That's right. That's right. Big head over here is about to peek out. Now you're probably wondering, what's he doing? What's he doing? Shut the fuck up. All right, stop panicking, Master Roshi. All right, I got this. I got this. Let me educate you on the process. I'm gonna zoom in and make that invisible because we don't need it. All right, and go like here, and we're gonna round this damn sun or Dyson sphere magic, whatever the fuck this shit is in the game, in the context of the video game. Okay. That hasn't been fully explained story-wise, and if it has, I didn't read it, so fuck you. Anyway, do that, and that, and that, and that, and that. Now you're probably wondering, why do that? Shut the fuck up, alright? Fuck you in your confusion. I hate it. Alright, it's making me nervous. Stop making me nervous. Who do you think you are making me nervous? You know who I am? You know how much I get paid? Nothing. That's exactly why you shouldn't make me nervous. Now that you've seen what I just did, we're gonna zoom back out because... of course we are. Boom. Look at that. Beautiful. Now, there is something missing with this. In most cases, depending on the how high def the game is, high definition and all that, I wouldn't do all this. But in this case, listen. Because this game is on a more it has a particular art style. Mr. Anderson, you know I'm standing out. Yeah, I know, Mr. Smith. Let's fix this shit. Let's fix this shit. So first things first, we're gonna enhance it with a sharpen. Make that shit sharp. Real sharp. I mean, damn. Bro, you got crunched. Don't worry about it. We'll fix that though. And we're gonna fucking blur that bitch. Wrong one. I picked the wrong one, my bad. I wanna lens blur. There we go. Just a little bit of blur, the type of blur that makes your eyes water, but not too much, you know? Just like the fuck am I looking at? Yeah, something like that. And then highlight that bitch just a little bit. Right there, something like this, right? And then you think it's over? But you thought it was finished? I was trying to quote a song, but I forgot the lyrics, so never mind. Forget that song and forget the lyrics I was trying to quote. Anyway, after that, I'm going to do a bloom. Wait, no, this isn't the one. I need the, which is the one? I forget the name. The one that was, I'm able to add a gradient flare, was it? No, it wasn't gradient flare. Shit, I forgot, y'all. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let my brain work magic and try to remember which one it was. Was it lens flare? No, because one of these gave me the ability to use a specific color, and I need a specific color so I can match the color of this mini sun here. That way I can there we go. Is this the one? Was this the one it was? Light one, directional, can I can't change direction. Fuck you. Color. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Give me that right there. A little more like this. How you doing, Pancake? What am I doing today? A little bit of VOIN. Update just came out yesterday, so I was making a new build. I already got 3 builds. One I already made a video on. Made a new build today. And I'm just making a thumbnail for the second build, which didn't make that. I made that build yesterday. Shut up. It doesn't matter. Yeah. So I'm cooking up a thumbnail. I was gonna go ahead and like start recording clips for that video, but I'll do that later. I'm hungry. I want to go eat instead of sit here and record a video with you guys watching. You know. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Diffuse. I don't want ambient intensity. I want diffusion. Ah shit! I broke it. Never mind. I'm not gonna use that one. That one's harder to use. I mean, I could use sparkle, but I fucking hate sparkle. Can it glow? If I could double it and put that around. But that's more complicated. I don't want to make it too complicated, because the more complicated you make it, the more annoying it gets. Boo doo do 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 do. Fuck it. I'll just do it manually. I don't care. Alright, I was trying to use the right tools for the right thing, but honestly, fuck the tools, alright? This is where caveman hands get involved. We're gonna zoom in on this shit, which I purposely made blurry, and we're gonna get this fucking tool right here, the toolie. Alright, we're getting airbrush, that's right. Not the paintbrush, not the pencil, not ink. Don't ink that shit. Airbrush. And now, what I'm doing? Simple. I'm gonna grab this color right here. This one right here. Yup, perfect nab. Perfect. Pixel fucking perfect. Exactly what I wanted. And I'm just gonna... because there's a bit of a flow here. Now you probably think this looks ugly. Shut the fuck up. Of course it looks ugly. That's the whole point, dumbass. You're not supposed to even be able to see this close. You're seeing the editor's version of this, okay? Alright. Okay, I need to... I have my lines right there, right? And then here's what I'm gonna do. Not sneeze. Ugh. Shut the fuck up. Don't even say bless you. Don't do it. Alright? This is a no bless you kind of chat. You understand? If you say bless you, I'm gonna stare at you. Real hard. Okay. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Gradient. Yes. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's what I want to do. Size that shit small so I can just... okay, yeah, something like that. That size is perfect. This edge right here, I want to pull that shit in that little spiral fashion and pull that shit down. Fade that shit down so that way it doesn't look jagged if someone looks too hard. What? Did you just... Rylan, did you... There's no way you just did that. Disgusting. Disgusting behavior. Who do you think you are, huh? Someone who says bless you to people? Bah! And pull that from here. Yeah. Or something like this. Definitely fade the fuck out of this. There we go. Now, let's take a look at it from afar. It looks a little bit rough. I'm gonna need to fade this part in right there. Chance, no, stand. I mean, if you can. I need to get these parts right here because they're a bit too noticeable. Like, I'm not trying to make this perfect, y'all. I'm by no means some sort of professional fucking artist or anything. And if you think so, you're fucking stupid. Do I look like a professional artist? I just like making thumbnails and having a fun time, okay? But what I'm doing is I'm just trying to make sure that, you know, little Timmy can't tell. Or if you stare hard enough at a thumbnail in any particular video, you might see flaws that I didn't care to fix. Like this right here, that's a bit too yellow. I need to fucking undo that a little bit. In fact, anything that's a bit too yellow, we're gonna hit it with the hard erase. Just reverse that bitch. A bit too yellow. Just a little bit of yellow. Now let's zoom back out. Fuck, this part right here is still uggo. It's still noticeable, at least to me. There's no, you can't. Not the stun. You're not the stun. Your chance is none. Nothing can be done. Life is ephemeral. What's it gonna do? Nothing is perpetual. Advance on nation. Advanced technology. Shall we leave? Treasure with me. Said it before. I was born to be. All right, that should be fine. I just need to get rid of those harsh blacks right there on that edge. I think that should be good. Please. There we go. All right, now that I've done that, I'm gonna go zoom back in that bitch and clean up the one part that I was just trying to fade out this whole time. Ah, shit. Forgot to click this. There we go. See, this is why I did it on this particular layer to be exact. That way I can just come through and just erase the parts that I want going. See that? Also, I need to undo all that shit because I just noticed something. There we go. I accidentally erased something behind this like a dumbass and I couldn't see it until, yeah. There we go. That hole there is gone. There. See that? See that, y'all? Beautiful. Amateur as fuck. And that's exactly how I like it. But at least I have an idea of what the hell I'm doing when I try to do it. It's a little rough, and I should probably still keep a bit of a riser on that, honestly. But if I'm honest with you, I'm just gonna do it raw from here. Let's just... Now I'm just gonna throw it in there and see if I can just... There. Now you can't tell. Now you can't tell as much. I can tell because I knew what I was looking at a few seconds ago. But now, it just looks a bit weird right here. But it's almost as if the sun is cutting into the face, because why the fuck would Agent Smith be under the fucking sun? That's the whole point. It's goofy looking and it doesn't make any sense, but at least it fucking works. And that is the magic of thumbnail making for me personally, is that I don't have to make sense. I'm not an artist. I'm just a dude having fun, and that shit is fun. Boom. And now you fucking shrink that shit. You hit him with the boom, bop, bam, goddamn. VOIN, what was this build called again? Because my brain stopped working. Oh shit, hold on. The Hungry Hades, yeah. Yeah, that way I now have that saved for later when I finally finish recording and actually editing the video itself. I already have the thumbnail. Boom, just like that. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Oh no, guys, you're staring at my wallpaper. Oh no, oh no, oh no. I'm just kidding. I don't want to give anybody a fucking seizure. I'm glad you think it looks good, because I think it looks good too. Anyway, why is that your background? Because I have a strong brain. I got that anime protagonist brain. I'd be staring into infinity or some shit. I don't know. I couldn't come up with anything else to say. Anyway, but yeah, I think I'm gonna end the stream here for now. Just because I'm kind of I'm hungry now. I want to go do stuff. If I might do another stream later. I don't know, actually recording a damn video maybe, or probably just gonna do it offline or off stream and just post it anyway. It's like whatever. But anyway, I'm gonna go now. This is a great song to end the stream on. So y'all have a good one. And also stop looking at me like that. Please and thank you. It's very rude. All right. Like, subscribe, whatever. You know the drill. See the screen right here? That means you should get out of here. It literally says leave now or now leave, depending on the orientation you're looking at the words. It doesn't matter though, because I don't care how you feel about leaving. Because you gotta go. Life is calling. There's something important you know you gotta do. You've been ignoring that shit, and if you don't do it, you actually might be fucked. You actually might be looking at some real consequences. Right now, it's not that big a deal. But if you don't do it by next month, you'll have problems, and you'll have to answer the people who you don't want to answer to about things you don't want to talk about. But if you do it now, at least you'll get ahead of it. At least you can say you tried, and no one can blame you for shit. But if you don't do anything right now, you know damn well it's going to be your fault. And when shit hits the fan, you're going to have to smell it. So get the fuck out of here. Why are you still here? Why are you still watching? When you got shit you need to do. You know you need to do it. So go do it. There's no more entertainment. It's work time. It's busy time, baby. And if it's time to rest, then get that sleep, because your body's demanding you take care of it. Otherwise, you're going to lose it. Okay, that's it. You thought I was going to keep talking soft this whole time? No, I need you to leave. All right, my mesmerizing voice isn't here to contain you. It's here to kick you the fuck out. Go. Bye.